points a game. They shoot about 41.5% from the field. They've knocked down 72 three-point shots this year, and that's an average shooting average percentage of 33.8%. They shoot 52% from the foul line. Not a really good free throw shooting team, but they do average 36 rebounds a contest. The Trojanettes are averaging 55.4 points a game, and they get up 42.3. They shoot just over 45% from the field overall. They've made about half the number that Warren East has as far as number of three-point shots at 38, and that's shooting at 35.5% behind the arc, shooting 64.5% from the foul line and 28 rebounds a game. On the area schedule for tonight, brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. On the schedule tonight, all these are girl-boy doubleheaders. District 15 doubleheader. Governor's at John Hardin. Metcalfe County goes to Clinton County. Warren Central at home tonight here in Bowling Green against Greenwood. District 14 matchup. Also South Warren's at Bowling Green for a District 14 matchup. Down in District 13, it's Russellville at Logan County and Franklin Simpson at Todd Central. There's a lot on tap for tomorrow. We'll tell you about that right now because the Trojans will be in action tomorrow at the German-American Bank Classic at Bowling Green High School. And it starts at 2 o'clock tomorrow. The Glasgow Scotties take on Ohio County. That'll be followed by at 3:45, the Barren County Trojans taking on Whites Creek out of Nashville. Then following that game, it's Greenwood against Owensboro and Bowling Green against Henderson County. We'll have the broadcast, the Barren County Trojans game tomorrow against Nashville Whites Creek. And that will start approximately 3:30, depending on how quick that first game goes tomorrow between Glasgow and Ohio County. But we'll be on the air somewhere around 3:30, if not a little before or a little after the broadcast on 104 The Score. Starting lineups are coming up next as the Trojanettes take on the Lady Raiders in game one of a doubleheader. You've been listening to the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off on 104 The Score.
It's not about having kids know content knowledge, like, hey, I memorized this order of things, or I know that. It's actually basically like a knowledge acquisition process. Do I know how to get knowledge? Do I know how to research? What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world, and ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves. I'll provide them with materials. I'll provide them with instruction, even some direction, but ultimately in the end, they have to build these things, and that's the kind of real world stuff they're going to have to work through. That stuff will take them far beyond what they learn here. It's all about trying things, taking risk, and then applying what you've learned in a classroom to what you do in life, and then being able to develop techniques that you can use outside these walls.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been to set students up for success. But what this does is, I think it is a game changer because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum, and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past 4 years being in biomed. I have got so many wonderful opportunities, and it's prepared me so much for my future.
I really feel like our rigorous curriculum really prepares them for med school, physical therapy school, pretty much any graduate medical degree. Our table is a great asset. It's really just a really good supplement to help their learning.
Barren County High School is very fortunate to offer multiple career pathways, biomed, but our focus is always to have students hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And you know, sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our Project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems, presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation here at Temple Hill this year.
We start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building the Three Little Pigs houses and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things, they start that kind of problem solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate, they have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing, Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
Starting lineups in tonight's game, brought to you by SCRTC. SCRTC Total Communications. Warnings, Lady Raiders under head coach Jenny Neville, her fifth season, 41 wins, 67 losses. Her assistant coaches are Brandon Combs and Andrew Peters. We'll start Sam Carver, number 10, a 5'3 junior, averaging just over 10 points a game. Kennedy Lawson, number 11, a 5'6 junior, just over 10 points a game as well, 4.2 rebounds. Madison Lawson, number 21, a 5'6 junior, 9.1 points, 3.5 boards. Ray Ellen Jones, number 4, a 6'1 senior, 8.5 points and 7.2 rebounds. And Riley Jones, a 5'7 senior that averages 4.3 points a game. She wears number 23. For the Barren County Trojanettes, under ninth-year head coach Piper Lindsay, her assistant coaching staff includes Scott Chapman, Prince Pullman, and Michael Toms. They'll start Abby Varney, number 11, a 5'8 senior, averaging 18.6 points and 7.5 rebounds a game. Katie Elmore, number 10, 5'6 a junior, 5.7 points a contest. Katie Gerald's number 30, a 5'7 junior, averaging just over 5 points a game. Taylor Strange, number 14, a 5'10 junior, 5.5 points a game. And Ann Ashley Atkinson, a 5'8 sophomore, who wears number 35. She averages 5 points a game and 4.2 rebounds. First reserve off the bench will be 5'6 freshman Shelby Bird, who is the second leading scorer in the team, averaging 10.4 points per ball game. As you're listening to our broadcast coverage on 1230 AM and 104.7 FM, WCDS Glasgow, online at 104thescore.com and on The Score at BC Live with live coverage here tonight from Warrenese High School, this 15th District doubleheader. The officials for tonight's game, Tommy Young, Evan Ray, and Tyler Miracle. As we get set for the Farmers RACC, Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Tip-Off. And our first quarter of action tonight brought to you by German American Bank. Supporting the communities they serve and believe that the community thrives as people prosper. The officials, as I mentioned, Tommy Young, Evan Ray, Tyler Miracle. Officials sponsored by Monticello Banking Company. NBC is a proud supporter of Barren County basketball. Well, the Trojanettes to our right, Warrenese to our left. We're sitting here at the scores table. It's the public address announcer, Andy Wagner.
One of the very few places we actually sit on the floor anymore. We sit up partner stands in those two locations. This is one of the few. Hopefully our offense in either game isn't as cold as it is in here. It's about 52 degrees.
So we got the fans going in here, the overhead fans.
Papers blowing away.
And it's only, 30 degrees outside?
Feels like they got the windows open as much as the fans going. But anyway, also in the good news department, it's homecoming, so we'll have about a 30-minute half. We
just learned about that.
So hopefully that's the only two pieces of bad news we have. Everything else is on the up and up. We have to have more energy. As they're playing a little intro video here for Warren East before they do their lineups. We have to have more energy than we did the other night. I felt like we just went through the motions at South Warren. This team is better than South Warren. Obviously, the record shows that, but they have some of the same things that we can exploit, and they're ball handling. The Carver kid is a little bit better ball handler that South Warren have, but I still think we can pressure them. I think we can pressure them a whole lot. The whole thing of what do you want to save for district tournament, or what do you want to save and not put on film, I don't know really if that matters. I think if you win tonight, you almost have the 1 seed locked up, which I think is the most important thing, even though we still have 3 district games left after tonight and most of the Glasgow games. Still, you have to be the aggressor. You have to be the aggressor. You have to act like you're the higher-rated team and ultimately just get after it. So first 3 or 4 minutes, we'll see what our energy level is, stay out of foul trouble, play smart, and get us a W.
Barren County burgundy uniforms, white numbers and letters outlined in gold. Warren East in their home white with blue trim, and the old gold numbers outlined in blue. It is Abby Varney in the jump circle for Barren County. Ray Ellen Jones for Warren East. The tap control of the Lady Raiders as they move from left to right. On the right side with is Carver. She'll circle around to the left side. Gets rid of it off to Jones, Riley Jones. We got 2 Joneses, 2 Lawsons, and a Carver on the court to start for Warren East. There's a baseline shot, right side, no good. Ball going to be rebounded there by Carver. She has it in the left corner. Sends it back out to Kennedy Lawson. Kennedy Lawson back over to Carver. Got a curl out, goes left side with it, and it is Madison Lawson putting up the shot that's no good. Rebound comes out to Katie Elmore. Elmore working in the front court against Lawson. Now gets to the basketball to Atkinson. Now here's a nice pass down to Elmore, and she puts it up and in. Just kind of lobbed it over the defense. And Elmore gets the bucket to give Barren County the first lead.
It's usually a play we run for Abby, and we haven't ran it for a while. Obviously Christmas and not very many games, but that was a successful way to start the game.
Sam Carver cut off by Atkinson. They give it out now to Kennedy Lawson. She'll hand it off now to Carver. Carver to set it up. She's guarded by Atkinson out front. They go left side with it to Kennedy Lawson. Kennedy Lawson has it poked out of her hands by Varney, then got pushed off a little bit there. Here's a 3 from the right side of the circle, and that's going to go, actually went out of bounds, but it's thrown back inbounds underneath the basket by Jones and threw it to midcourt. Nobody there to get it.
Got missed badly. I don't expect us to be able to rebound that one cleanly, but we have to clean up the rebounding. We really rebounded poorly at South Warren, and watching the film, it was just because of missed rotations.
Left elbow is Strange. Shows it off to Atkinson for a 3. It's no good. Long rebound comes off to Warren East. Down the court, here's Lawson. Laying it up. Missed the layup. Madison Lawson has missed 2 underneath the basket for Warren East. Atkinson with the basketball gives it off to Elmore. Elmore takes it to the right side. Reverses back left off the screen from Barney. Now circles, gives it back to Gerald's, top of the key. Gerald's now bounces it down low. Strange double team in there. Split the defenders and put it in.
Good job using some aggressiveness just to split them and still have the strength to get it up off the window.
Barren County out to a 4-0 lead. Here's Carver. Circling around left, gives to Madison Lawson. Throws up the shot and in. That's a tough shot. Going underneath the basket, trying to slide underneath. That is 4-2.
Here's some press from them now as they made their first bucket.
Gerald gets it across the line with the left hand. Now reverses back right. Out front. 4-2 Barren County. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Atkinson with the basketball, gives to Varney. Fakes, goes inside, lost the handle, picks it back up. Underneath, spin, moving lane, gives to Atkinson, kicks it off in the corner. Now Gerald's going up the baseline, reverses it up high off the window and in.
Actually,
what a shot. Up there at the top of the backboard.
She lost it and it got deflected on the way up. It's still in her fingertips, flipped it up and in.
6-2 to score, and we got a
Warren East.
And that is Ray Ellen Jones. Holding her left shin, looks her right shin, looks like. She's in a lot of pain right now. She's going to come out. And Kiani Collins, number 20, a 5'9" junior, checks into the Warren East lineup for Ray Ellen Jones. It's Warren East basketball as Madison Lawson will toss it into the side across the way. Comes out to Carver. Carver sends it off to Kennedy Lawson. Out to Madison Lawson, top of the key. Over goes to Riley Jones. Now back out to Collins. Collins goes right side over to Kennedy Lawson. Hands it back off to Madison Lawson. Bounces it down in low to Jones. Up and under move. Shot goes up and in. Riley Jones getting the bucket. 6-4 the score. Elmore has to get rid of it. Ooh, a dangerous pass over to Atkinson. Here's Varney. Fakes, drives, spins, goes under, puts it up. She's fouled.
Won a ton of free throw shot in the first game. I think it was 15 total combined. They shot 9, we shot 6. Another thing that we could really help us in the point department is seeing if we could get to the line.
Abby Varney, a 72.5% foul shooter on the season. The first one is in there. Makes it a 7-4 Barren County lead. 4:37 to play here in the first. Varney back of the line. The foul is on Kennedy Lawson. The second shot is also good for Varney. Makes it 8-4 Trojanettes. 4:37 to play here in the first. Madison Lawson. Here's it to Carver. He's got away with a walk there. Out to Kennedy Lawson. Kennedy Lawson out between the circles. Hangs off to the right. Coming up by Varney. Needs some help. Fires it down in the corner to Madison Lawson. They dump it down. It's knocked away by Gerald, and it goes out of bounds. I'm going to say Gerald touched it last. They're trying to go to Collins down low in the block. Warren East will bring in Lydia Jones now, a 5'7" junior. They got 3 Joneses, 2 Lawsons. Ball comes into play to Lydia Jones. She's covered up, stolen by Atkinson. Jumped in the passing lane. Here's Elmore down the left side. Pulls up, threw it away. Kind of lost it off her hands there as she tried to pass it off. And Lydia Jones was there to get it for Warren East. She's in a trap. Ball knocked away. Atkinson, good defense there. Jumped in front. Gives it down to Varney. Goes under. No. And ball's tipped out. Varney grabs it again. Goes up and she's fouled this time. Had 2 Warren East defenders on her. Let's see who the foul will be on. And they're going to put it on Kennedy Lawson. That's number 2 on her. Second foul of the quarter. It's going to send Varney back to the free throw line for another pair. Free throw short off the front of the rim there.
You can't really say one kid is more important than the other. They got 4 kids that average the same amount of points, but when you have one of those 4 that gets in foul trouble, it's going to make a difference.
And Varney, after hitting 2 in a row, has missed 2 in a row. 8-4, Trojanettes lead it, 3:45 to go. Here's Madison Lawson driving, kicks it out to Carver, thought about the 3, drives left of the lane, throws it off the window and in.
Had trouble with penetration the other night, too. We can't let them just drive to the right side of the rim.
Yep. Elmore down the right side, takes it to the corner, has to throw it back out to Gerald's. That Gerald's on a couple of dribbles here. Lobs it off to Varney. Varney now putting down the dribble. Back over goes to Elmore. Back to Varney. Back to Elmore. Posted in there Strange, and she gets fouled. I believe Collins will commit this with her first, and that's number 3 on Warren East. Collins, her first, only Raiders 13 foul. And so Barren County will have the basketball. Underneath comes out to Gerald. He's Elmore with it. Dumps it into Varney. Turnaround shot blocked by Collins. Warren East got it, running the other way with it. Madison Lawson taking it down the left side. She's cut off by Elmore. And the ball gets loose on the floor. They try to pass it off. Atkinson with another defensive stop. Takes it, lobs it off and hit the backboard. I think she tried to lob it off over the Strange and put too much mustard on that one. Here's Carver, crossing lane underneath. Jones puts it up and in. Riley Jones Second field goal coming off the bench.
It's 4 buckets in a row for them, 4 makes in a row anyway, to get it back to a tie game.
About 2:38 to play here in the first quarter. Atkinson with the basketball for the Trojanettes. 2.5 to go, tied at 8. Atkinson dribbling to the left side, looks right, passes off, backdoor pass, Elmore puts it in.
Good job getting it up and in. She kind of mishandled the path, but still was able to regain it all in one motion to go up and in for her first bucket in a minute.
And Barren County now back on top, 10 to 8. Madison Lawson gives it to Riley Jones, right side of the circle, over to Collins on the left, takes it into the paint, had it knocked loose, but Jones there to grab it. Now here's Madison Lawson driving against Elmore, and a foul on Katie Elmore to her first foul against Barren County here in the basketball game. Shelby Bird and Addison McFall checked into the Trojanet lineup. Bird, a 5'6" freshman, averaging 10 points a game. McFall is a 5'4" sophomore. 30-second timeout call for the Lady Raiders with 2:02 to go. Here in the first quarter, Barren County 10, Warren East 8.
They get our first subs of the game here in and then get a little bit of a breather. It's been pretty much a back and forth, up and down, not a lot of whistles in the game. So a couple of our girls may need a little bit of a rest. They're going to get it here. But so far, even though we're only up 2, like the flow of the game, defensively, they're really putting us in a lot of motion. We have to continue to communicate, make sure we hand kids off to each other and not get screened and trapped. We should know who the shooters are. We can back off and give just a half step so they don't beat us to the rim.
Barren County has won 29 of the last 30 games against Warren East, dating back to 2008. The 15, half of those games have been decided by 8 points or less, as we talked about in the pregame report.
The first game last year was also a 6-point game, and that was here.
Got a lot of close ones.
We just did not play well in that game, and the first game, we didn't either. The second game, we just blew them out pretty much.
Sin Lawson threw it to the back of Bird. The ball gets loose on the floor, diving for it a couple of players. Let's see.
Well, I think we dove for it and then went off the table.
Okay, well, it's going to stay with Warren East as Madison Lawson will inbound the basketball. She looks, goes to Collins. A 10-footer, bounces off the rim. And the rebound to Katie Gerald for the Trojanettes. Gerald looks for Barney. Minute 48 to play in the quarter. Barren County up 2, 10 to 8. McFall on the left wing. McFall sends it out top. Barney turns, fires up a 3. That got partially blocked. Oh, it got partially blocked. You can tell on the angle on it.
That's really bad. He doesn't shoot it 40 feet to the right.
No.
Without it being deflected.
And there's that one. Leland Wardlow in the ballgame, a 5'3" freshman for Warren East. There's Madison Lawson off the left side. Goes across court. Collins will launch a 3, and it is no good. Rebound, put back up, and no good. Ball gets loose, and it's knocked out to McFall. McFall, bounce pass, right side, Shelby Bird gives it to Varney. Varney pulls up 15-footer, no good. And a long rebound to Warren East with 1 minute to play here in the quarter. Here's Carver off the left side. Driving in the lane, a lot of traffic there. It's no good. Rebound comes off to Varney. Varney pushes it down the floor, bounce pass to Bird, goes up and partially blocked, or maybe, I think it hit the bottom of the backboard, but then Varney was there to put it in. 12-8, Barren County. Madison Lawson with it on the right side. Heads toward the circle, gives it over to Carver on the left wing. Carver, that gives it out now to Lydia Jones. Back to right side, it goes to Collins. Now Collins got Wardlow posted up down there, but they can't get it to it. Now they do, inside, and I don't know what that is. They're going to put it up and in anyway.
Same guy that
at least a jump ball or something there. But
same guy that didn't call the hanging out here with us tonight, didn't call anything on the jump ball, walk, anything.
12-10 the score, 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Barney off the screen right. Here's McFall, a 3, no good. Rebound comes off to Warren East. That ends the quarter. Barren County on top by a score of 12-10 over Warren East. We'll be back with the second quarter after this timeout as you're following the Trojanettes on 104 to score.
What I really like about with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
County leads at 12-10 over Warren East as we start quarter number 2. Sponsored by Southern States Glasgow. Chris Bretcher, our producer. Barren County's basketball to start the second. It's Shelby Bird will inbound the basketball. Comes out to Atkinson. Got McFall, Elmore, and Gerald's on the court with Bird and Atkinson. 3-3 zone now. They go down low in there to Gerald. She's doubled up in there. Do a bad pass trying to force it in there to Elmore in the lane, but turnover by Barren. Here comes Warren East on the attack. Working underneath. The shot goes up short. They get their own rebound. They put it back up and in. And that was Kenzie Upton that just checked in, a 5'8 junior. Ties the game up at 12. Here's McFall in the middle of the Bird. Bounces underneath. Here's a shot put up and in by Elmore.
Job beating and executing that press break.
14-12, Trojanettes. Carter gives it out to Madison Lawson. Madison Lawson gets rid of the basketball to Wardlow. Wardlow out top with Atkinson. Bounces off to the left. Over to Upton. Upton back out now to Carver. Top of the circle. He gives to Madison Lawson. Left elbow. Hands it back off to Carver. Around the top of the horn. Now looks for help. Lobs it down in there to Wardlow. Throws it up badly. Over the rim. Put back up. No good by Upton. Another rebound. Put back up. No good. And Shelby Bird claiming the rebound for the Trojanettes. Gives it off to Atkinson. Atkinson ahead over the left side. It goes to Gerald. At the Bird for the three. It's no good. And the rebound comes off to Wardlow for Warren East. Stops, pops, three, no good. Cleared out by Gerald. Gives to Atkinson.
That's better rebound there after giving up 3 or 4 looks at it in the previous trip.
As Atkinson gets rid of the basketball over the Bird on the left side, gets a screen from Gerald. Gerald's back, gives it off underneath there to Gerald. She's trapped. Goes it way back out to Bird. Bird drives it right down the lane, has it blocked inside there by Lydia Jones. Lydia Jones pushes it down the floor, trying to get around McFall. Puts up the shot good. And we're tied at 14. Atkinson with it for Barren County. Bounces it off now to McFall. And the ball deflected into Warren East bench. Abby Varney coming back into the Trojanettes. Also, Riley Wilson, a 5'10 sophomore. 32, Riley Wilson. And for Warren East, Riley Jones. Riley Jones back in the lineup now for Warren East. Here's Elmore. Over to McFall. Warren East playing his zone here to go underneath there to Wilson at the bottom of the backboard. And put back up and no good by Varney, but she's fouled. And a foul will be on Upton, her first, team's first of the second quarter. First team foul period. Varney 2 for 4 at the line, puts this one up and in. Nothing to net on that one. She hit her first 2, missed her last 2. Now sinks that one to make it a 15-14 Trojanet lead. Second shot on the way, and it lands good. Trojanettes back up by 2 at 16-14. 5:35 to go in the first half. Madison Lawson goes to Carver. Carver guarded closely by Varney. Goes left side to Madison Lawson. Fakes, drives against Elmore. Kicks it off in the corner. Up the baseline. Upton gets cut off. Have to pull it back around the perimeter. Carver on the right side. Bounces down low to Jones. Jones back out to Carver. Fakes, drives down the lane. Throws up the shot off the window. No good. Ball tapped around. And it is going to be out of bounds. To hear a whistle. Barren County's basketball. Everybody just got to stood around and look and didn't do anything. Warnings get Timmy Lawson back in the game. Barren County up by 2.
1-2-2. They have pressed this man, and now it's more of a 1-2-2. Got to get somebody in the middle.
Barney gets it across. She's in a trap, needs help. Gives it off to Atkinson, right side, McFall in the corner. Elmore pulls the trigger, bounces off. Rebound, Barney going back up, no. And it's tipped out and taken by Madison Lawson. On the left side, here's Jones. Lydia Jones, bounce pass broken up in there and stolen by Atkinson. Long pass down the floor, too much for Elmore. It goes out of bounds. Taylor Strange checks back in the Trojanet lineup for Addison McFall. We're down to 4:35 to go in the first half. Barren County 16, Warnings 14.
Not a lot of scoring here in this quarter.
It was 12-10 at the end of the first quarter. Now we're about halfway through the second. Lydia Jones coming up by Varney. Passes down low. Poster in there is Upton. Throws it across over the left side to... We got a foul or a walk?
Foul. They walked a ton too, but I don't think that's been called foul.
Elmore. Second foul on Katie Elmore. First foul in the second quarter. It's the Trojanettes. And Kennedy Lawson gets the ball in play. Gets it right back from Riley Jones. Driving. Lydia Jones, a foul. On Abby Varney. First foul, number 2 on Barren County in the second quarter.
Katie only has 1. They whistled the other one in on Ann Ashley.
Oh, is that right? Did I miss that one there?
So we got 3 goals with 1.
Returning for 1 each. So Elmore only has 1, right?
Yes.
Free throw no good for Olivia Jones. She's 17 of 30 at the line on the season for Warney. Second shot is going to drop in. Hit high off the back of the rim and fell in. 16-15. 1-2-2. Warren East. Trojanettes break it. Here's Varney in a trap at midcourt. Gets rid of the basketball to Atkinson. Down to Strange, and she turns, puts it up, no good. And it is going to be back out to Elmore from about 12 feet away. It's off the mark. Varney on the right side baseline. Oh, it's bounced out to Atkinson, and the ball gets away, and East has it. They run it down the floor. Bounce pass off to Jones. Out to Carver. They give it to Lydia Jones for a three-point shot that is no good. Rebound comes off to Elmore. There's a reach in. No call there. No call there. They come up with a steal. Madison Lawson underneath. Here's a shot put up and in by Riley Jones. Warren East takes their first lead at 17-16. Barney gets in the middle to Elmore, down the lane, and tries to go up with it. She's fouled.
Really didn't have to cross back over the left side. You had a wide open right-hand layup. We're trying to make things almost too difficult.
Elmore. It's on Riley Jones, her first, team second. Elmore 16 of 24 at the line on the season. The first one bounces in high off the back of the iron. And 7 points for Katie Elmore. And we're tied back up at 17. Katie Elmore. It's on the way, and it's good. 8 points for Elmore. It's 18-17 Trojanettes. Goes back in for them.
I'm not convinced there wouldn't be a good time right now just to throw that 1-3-1 or throw a little pressure at them every now and then just to make them think about it. I know we don't play very many kids and we're rotating in and out, but still, you got to pressure.
Carver feeds it inside. There's Wardlow putting it up, no good. And Bird trying to go with a rebound. Looks like she got pushed. Here's a three-point try that is no good. Air ball. Atkinson's got it. Gives it up to Strange. Strange sends it up to Gerald. Gerald fires it off to Bird. Underneath hit the leg of Varney, but she chased it down and got it back out to Gerald. And now they reach in and try to take it away. And bodies hit the floor. And let's see what we got. Jump ball. Varney. And a little bit sloppy with the basketball here. 2 2:45 remaining here in the first half.
It's 5 turnovers this quarter, and I said I didn't know why they stopped pressing us early in the season in that first game. They've continued to press us tonight, giving us trouble, and only a 1-point lead.
Yep. Comes out to Carver. Carver wants to drive against Barney. Leaves it off with Wardlow. Curls around. Lost the handle. Atkinson's got it. Atkinson looking ahead. Bounce pass to Bird. She tried to go up and lost it out of bounds.
How many times have we not caught it cleanly, lost it on the way up? Situations like that, and it's all around the rim.
Hannah Bragg seeing her first action tonight for the Trojanettes, a 6-foot sophomore.
And they had a couple buckets tonight, played a little good stretch.
17. We come down to 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back out, is up and taking one way, going the other. Here's a shot out of right corner. Good. Collins knocking it down. And it's 19-18 Warren East. Atkinson, bounce pass right side of the Geralds. Geralds looks in the trap, floats it back to Atkinson. Sends it over the left side now to Barney. Barney drives, goes off the right side. Geralds fires up a three. It is no good. And the rebound comes down to Carver for Warren East. Carver taking it right side, gives it off to Collins for a three. It is no good. And the rebound to Katie Geralds for the Trojanettes. Gets through the basketball to Barney. 1:28 left in the half. Barney sends it off. Left side, Atkinson drives a baseline, goes under, puts it up too strong. Whistle and a foul, or to go out of bounds.
I don't know if it was a late whistle and he called the foul or what. The shot.
Collins picks up her second. That's number 3 on Warren East here in the second quarter.
Another example of making it too difficult. She had a wide open left-hand layup and then tried to switch back and throw it over the front of the rim.
Here's Varney, shot clock. 6 feet away from the basket on the inbounds pass.
We made one field goal.
One field goal this whole quarter. Bird forces it into Bragg, turns, trying to go up with it, is blocked. And got it back though on the baseline, throws it back up, no. Trying to get it on a rebound. They're letting it play out there, that's for sure. Bragg going under, puts it up there, and she's fouled.
Gotta just keep working at it. We got 3 shots on it there and finally got the foul on the backside. You're right, they are letting it play.
That was Wardlow, her first personal, number 4 on Warren East here in the second quarter. Hannah Bragg at the charity line for 2. The first one was good. Ties it up at 19 with 1:08 to go in the first half. Bragg on the way, rims good again. They're back on top, 20-19 with 1:07 to play before halftime. Lydia Jones with the basketball. Left side it goes to Wardlow. Wardlow goes across court, back over to Collins. She drives against Atkinson. And, she's mowed over Atkinson and no call, but she lost the ball anyway. The Trojanettes have it. Here's Gerald's giving it out to Atkinson. Now here's Varney with it. Varney, left elbow, back in the corner. Burns for 3, bounces off the rim. Rebound put back up by Bragg, no good, over the rim. Varney's coming back the other way with it with 35 seconds to play in the half. Carver baseballs it to Wardlow from 15. It's off the mark. Ball batting around, and the Trojanettes have it. Here's Gerald for the basketball. She's covered up by Carver. Needs some help. I'm not going to call anything.
I'm telling you, this one official is just drawing a check tonight. He's taking out what's going on about twice.
15 seconds to play in a half. Bird out of corner, pulls a trigger. No, it's an air ball. And taken by Lydia Jones, but she was already out of bounds for 9.2.
Nobody's hit a 3 all game. We're 0 of 7, they're 0 of 6.
Barney to toss it in, right side of the bucket, gets it into Bragg, throws it up to Byrne. Atkinson thought about the 3. Barney will pull it out in quarter 3. Oh, it's an air ball. Byrne puts it back up and in.
Good way to end the quarter.
And that ends the first half with the Trojanettes leading 22-19 over Warren East. We'll come back with our Extreme Cheer halftime report following this timeout as you're listening to the Trojanettes on 104.7 The Score.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class, hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation, and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials, and I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Favorite part is just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in. I would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
Medical Detectives is part of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, a feeder to the biomed program at the high school. One of the things that I really enjoy about this class is that it does expose the students to a number of different medical careers and give them ideas that there are numerous potential career opportunities for somebody in the medical field.
I would definitely recommend the class for someone who has interest in medical sciences, and you'll learn a lot about the brain, vital signs, and just all around a lot about science.
Classes that we're offering here with Project Lead the Way, it allows them to have those real-world problems where they're able to connect with each other, connect across soft skills that they're able to develop and work through those problems together. And so within our school, within our district, we provide lots of different opportunities for students to learn, to grow, and so that's what our goal here is at Barren County Middle School, is to empower students through our learning opportunities.
Halftime here at Warren East, the Trojanettes leading the Lady Raiders 22-19 in a District 15 matchup. This is the Extreme Cheer halftime report. Barren County led 12-10 at the end of the first quarter. They outscored Warren East 10-9 in the second period of play. Warren East had 9 field goals in the first half. 1 of 2 from the foul line, and they were led in scoring by Riley Jones, who had 6. 3 points for Lydia Jones, and 2 points each for Sam Carver, Madison Lawson, Kenzie Upton, Berlin Wardlow, and Kiani Collins. For the Trojanettes in the first half, 2 fewer field goals, only 2 field goals the second quarter, and only had 1 until Shelby Bird shot there right before time expired there in the second quarter to give the Trojanettes only 2 field goals in the second period. 7 for the first half, and 8 of 10 from the foul line. Katie Elmore with 8 points to lead the Trojanettes in scoring, 3 baskets, 2 for 2 from the foul line. Abby Varney with 6 points, 1 field goal, 4 of 6 from the foul line, and 2 points each for Katie Gerald, Taylor Strange, Shelby Bird, and 2 free throws from Hannah Bragg. And Ashley Atkinson played some pretty good defense there in the first half, was not able to score. Addison McFall and Riley Wilson saw action but did not score in the first half. And we've got a low-scoring game again, 22-19.
Kind of a wild game, 14 turnovers in the game, and it doesn't seem like it has any real flow. There's some shots being taken, rebounded, playing Annie over in some possessions. It just has no real feel, and I don't know if it's nervousness. I don't know if it's still getting back in the flow from Christmas break layover. I don't really know what it is, but we've got ourselves a ball game here to continue our district dominance, if you will. A point flip if you lose tonight, and then it plays out the way the rest of the year by favorites or whatever. We were 7 of 27 for 26%. As I said, neither team hit a 3. We were 0 of 8 on our attempts. They were 9 of 28 for 32%. They did not hit any of their 6 threes. We turned it over 8 times. They turned it over 6. We out-rebounded them 26-16. 13 of those 26 rebounds were offensive. 6 of their 16 were offensive on their end. One of the stats that I mentioned in the pregame was we got 14 more shots than they did in that first matchup. In this first half, they got 1 more than we did. Even with 13 offensive rebounds, they still had 1 more shot attempt than we did. So I just think we're completely, chaotic right now. We're just a little chaotic, helter-skelter, throwing it all over the place. And we have to have some flow on the offensive end, and we have to slow down. We act like we have a 10 or 15-second shot clock, and we have to beat it every time. Some of our shot selection is not good because of that. So we have to slow down, understand that if we actually can take a longer possession and get a better shot or a better possession, if it takes 10 or 15 more seconds, it's fine and it's okay. And on the defensive end, there's not really a ton that we've done wrong. We've missed some blockouts, but other than that, you know, holding the team to 30%, there's nothing wrong with that. Not making any threes, or not allowing them to make threes, there's nothing wrong with that. So I think it's just we've got to be sure-handed with the basketball and see if we can kind of rein some things in that we're really struggling with right now, and I think we'll be okay.
Well, after tonight, Trojanettes come back to Bowling Green again Tuesday night. They go over to Warren Central for part of a doubleheader. There's Trojans in action tomorrow afternoon at 3:45 against Nashville Whites Creek. Part of the German-American Bank Classic at Bowling Green High School will be game 2 tomorrow, right after Glasgow and Ohio County play. And so we'll have the broadcast here. Couple of scores, let's see, Bowling Green 17, South Warren 13 at the half. And that District 14 matchup, Bowling Green 17. That game is at Bowling Green, by the way.
Talk about a low-scoring game.
Yep. Also on the Coca-Cola scoreboard, Greene County, well, I'll give you this one first. Greenwood 26, Warren Central 20 at the half. And let's see, I have Greene County here. John Butler just sent it to me here a second ago. I have to scroll down my text here. Says, I don't have anything on Glasgow yet. Have you got that one? Allen County, Scottsville 19, Glasgow 17. That's at the end of the first quarter. And Greene County and Hart County playing in District 18 tonight. And Greene County leading Hart County late in the third, 50-22.
Glasgow and Allen almost have more points than we do in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Adjustments we make, they are clearly not scared of us, and they're going right at us, driving the ball at us, and if they've made a few more shots, we could be down 8 or 10 points here.
This has been the Extreme Cheer halftime report. Trojanettes 22, Warnings 19. We'll come back with the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning second half and our third quarter, sponsored by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. When we return after this break, you're following the Trojanettes on 104 The Store.
It's not about having kids know content knowledge, like, hey, I memorized this order of things, or I know that. It's actually basically like a knowledge acquisition process. Do I know how to get knowledge? Do I know how to research? What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world. And ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves. I'll provide them with materials. I'll provide them with instruction, even some direction. But ultimately in the end, they have to build these things. And that's the kind of real world stuff they're going to have to work through. That stuff will take them far beyond what they learn here. It's all about trying things, taking risk, and then applying what you've learned in a classroom to what you do in life, and then being able to develop techniques that you can use outside these walls.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been to set students up for success. But what this does is, I think it is a game changer because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum, and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past 4 years being in biomed. I have got so many wonderful opportunities, and it's prepared me so much for my future.
I really feel like our rigorous curriculum really prepares them for med school, physical therapy school, pretty much any graduate medical degree. Our table is a great asset. It's really just a really good supplement to help their learning.
Barren County High School is very fortunate to offer multiple career pathways. The biomedical pathway.
22-19, Trojanettes leading the leaders at Warren East as we head into quarter number 3. Trojans and Raiders coming up in their second game tonight here from Warren East High School. And, you look ahead to next week, as we mentioned, Warren Central. Of course, tomorrow, Trojans taking out a team out of Nashville. Still trying to find out some information on that team, which is hard to do. They don't have a Tennessee High School Athletic Association website like Kentucky does, where you can find out stats and who their scores are. And they're pretty good, though. 11-4. I do know that. I do know the record, 11-4. And, of course, they play teams out of the Nashville area.
You never know what you get when you get a team. They could be somebody you beat by 20 or somebody that is really good. Yeah. They have classes in their basketball, kind of like we do. We have that in basketball as well. We're just a one-class basketball state.
And I would say, with them coming up to Bowling Green tomorrow, they've got to be pretty decent. 11-4 could be a pretty good record for a lot of good teams. So, Barren County with basketball to start the third quarter, moving from left to right. Here's Atkinson, fired it off in the corner, right side over to Gerald. Gerald's looking down low. Barney's posted up in there. Almost triple team, puts it up, no good, but a foul. And we're going to put this one on Riley Jones.
Really love to make that one. It wasn't much of a foul, but he got hit across the elbow. Love to get that one up and in and get an N1 opportunity. But without their big girl in, who I'm not sure is going to play.
They said she rolled her ankle. Ray Ellen Jones, the 6'1 senior.
You've got
so she rolled her ankle, may not be back for the rest of the game.
You've got some opportunities to get inside the paint there and see if you can score it in a post-up situation. I like Abby there, but you've got a couple capable post players that can do it as well.
Yep. Second one scored, got 1 of 2 that trip. Barren County 23, Warren East 19. There's a pass down low. Working in there is Collins. She goes up. She's going to be fouled by Varney. And that's 2 on Barney.
They may think the same thing, though. They get us in a post-up situation where they can get some opportunities. We have to stay on the floor. We've had a couple instances where they posted it, just showed us the ball, we go flying, and in this situation we get a foul on it.
Collins, 5'9 junior. She came in for the injured Ray Ellen Jones earlier. And she's got 2 shots coming. The first one is no good. She only averages just under 3 points a game coming off the bench. She had a field goal back in the second quarter. Back up to the stripe for one more. We played 30 seconds into the third period. This shot goes up, and it's no good. Gerald's with a rebound. Bounces it off to Elmore. As Elmore brings it across the timeline. Now sets it up for the Trojanettes. Driving to the right side. Stops, dumps it in there to Strange. Strange goes up between 2 defenders. Lost it, picked it back up on the end line, and no foul call there. So, Warren East will get it. Barren County has a 23-19 lead. Here's Madison Lawson into the front court. Left side to Kennedy Lawson. Go in the middle. Collins turns and fires from the free throw line. It comes off the rim. Strange with a rebound. Gives it off to Elmore. Elmore working across against Lawson. Takes it down the right side. Hands it off to Varney. Curls around left. Gives to Gerald. Gerald stops. Free throw line extended left side. Here's a 17-footer to Strange. It's off the mark. Crashing the board is Atkinson. Back out to Elmore. 3 if it goes. Bounces high off the rim of the top of the backboard. And Warren East has it coming the other way. Here's Kennedy Lawson with it in the front court. Hands it off to Carver. Carver driving left of the lane. Now curls into the lane. Here's a shot by Madison Lawson. It's going to drop in. 23-21. 6:15 to play in the third. Varney with the basketball being chased down the left side. Reverses back right. Lost the handle. Got it smacked out of her hands. Another turnover by Barren. Here's Carver in the front court with it for East. Takes it right side. Hands it off to Madison Lawson. Madison Lawson gives it back to Carver. Long range right. Cross court pass 3 is no good for Kennedy Lawson. And Gerald gets the rebound. Gives to Atkinson. Atkinson goes back to Gerald on the left side. Dribbles in. Stops. Looks. Gives it back out to Atkinson. Now Atkinson on the dribble. Fouls off the screen for Elmore. Bounces off in the right corner to Gerald. Gerald now comes halfway up. Now circles. Looks. Bounces it off to Varney. Varney driving the baseline. Goes under. Goes up. That should be a foul there. It will be on Collins, her third. Collins, her third. Second foul on Warren East here in the second quarter. And at the line is Abby Varney. Varney 5 out of 8 from the charity stripe. First free throw on the way. Good.
She shot more free throws by herself than we did the whole first game we played at Warren East.
Yeah. Lydia Jones coming in now for Collins, who just picked up her third. She has to go to the bench. It's 24-21. Second shot good for Varney. Makes it 25-21. Barren County. 5.5 minutes to play in the third. Carver with a basketball. Dumps it off to Madison Lawson. Heads to the baseline. Bounce pass underneath to Lydia Jones, and she puts it in.
They are cutting us off and going baseline. We just need one more step, cut off the baseline, and that wraparound pass won't happen.
Atkinson in a trap, gives it off to Strange, fires it in there to Varney. Got bumped, no call, got double team. Trying to go up, and a foul here. It's going to be called against Warren East. They're going to put it on number 11, that is Kennedy Lawson. That's 3 on her. 3 on the Lady Raiders here in the quarter. Abby Varney's first shot is no good. Will come in for Kennedy Lawson. So she has to sit down with 3 fouls. There comes Collins on the bench.
Sorry, their coaching staff's over here saying they called it on the wrong person. They did. 11 was standing behind. She wasn't even anywhere in the picture. It should have been on 23, but we'll
anyway go with it. That's how it is. 26-23. Trojanettes leading by 3. Lydia Jones passes in the middle to Upton. Upton has pass deflected by Atkinson, and she comes in with the basketball. Atkinson sends it right side. Varney fakes, drives into the paint, dumps it off to Strange. She puts it up. It's too strong.
Got to settle yourself.
Lydia Jones with it for Warren East. Right side. Kennedy Lawson, Madison Lawson. Working it inside there to Riley Jones. Cross-court pass, left corner 3. Good for Carver.
First 3 of the night either way, and we lost track of her man. She did a good job sliding down, so we didn't know where she was. They found her for a wide-open 3.
And have a foul on Carver for reaching across Abby Varney. Her first, team's 4th of the quarter. That 3 by Carver was her 26th three-point shot she's made this year. Shelby Bird checks into the Trojanet lineup. We've got a tied game here. 4:16 to play in the third period. And more. Losing the handle, chases it down in the left corner, bounces in there to Bird. Out it comes to Atkinson, 3 in the air, no good off the front of the rim. And Lydia Jones with a rebound. Cuts toward the middle, angles off to the right, drives right side, stops. Should have walked, no call there. And we're going to have a foul now on the Trojanettes. Shelby Bird, her first, team's 2nd of the quarter. Trojanette's 2nd foul. Madison Lawson looks to inbound. Picked off by Atkinson. Another defensive stop. Off the Bird, right side, drives in, puts it up. It's partially blocked. Got her on rebound, trying to go back up. It's blocked again. And then he'll go off the hand of Jones and out of bounds.
We have a couple of free throws this quarter, but if you look at the last, let's just go, 12 minutes, we made 2 field goals.
Yep.
First shot of the second quarter, we made our last shot of the second quarter, and we've only got, none here in the third quarter.
Carver right side, gives it off to Madison Lawson. The corner, Lydia Jones at 3. It's good.
We find ourselves down 3 because we're not making shots.
No. Ball gets knocked away again from Varney. Turnover. And goes left side, a 3-point shot, an air ball. And it is going to be out of bounds to the Trojanettes. Wow. Warren East now on top, 29-26, 3:13 to go. In the third period of play. It's Elmore in the backcourt. Bobs it over to Atkinson. Atkinson going to have to get it across. Bounce pass off to Jones. Gets it across the midcourt line. In the corner, Bird off to Varney. Spin move, goes under, flips it up, missed the shot. Trying to get on rebound, whistle, and went away. Jump ball. The possession arrow will go to Warren East.
I'll look back on my paper. But one thing I said I was worried about tonight is our offense.
Yeah.
And maybe rightfully so.
There's Madison Lawson working it to the left side. Goes across court to Lydia Jones. Out to Carver. Back to Lydia Jones. Bounce pass in the corner. And now we go inside underneath. And it's partially blocked off Wardlow. That's Varney coming up with the basketball. Barney pushing it down the floor, losing the handle on it, then trying to get it back. Lydia Jones, another turnover for Barren. Jones and a trap whistle away and a timeout called by Warren East with 2:21 to play in the third period. Warren East 29, Barren County 26. Halftime score, Allen County Scottsville 29, Glasgow 28 at the half. 15 matchup.
That's our 2 minutes to go in the third period score. Yeah, how little offense we have in this game. 7.
2 field goals since the first quarter, as you mentioned a while ago. And as far as free throws, that's the only thing keeping us in the ball game right now. 12 free throws since the first quarter. Barren has hit 10. 10 of 12. And with 2 field goals, that's just 14 points since the end of the first quarter.
The main thing is and try to do everything ourselves, and we need to slow down, pull it out, don't force it when it's 1-on-3 in their favor or even 2-on-3 in their favor, and pull it back and run a set. How many sets have we ran tonight where we've flown, spread the floor, made them work on defense? It's probably, I could probably count it on one hand.
Yep. Carver with the basketball for Warren East, brings it into the front court against Atkinson. And she's wide open. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Nobody went over there to defend, and Lawson knocks down a 3-point shot.
Down 6.
And she's only 9 of 37 behind the arc this year. With Shelby Bird driving under, putting up a shot, partially blocked, hipped out. Charles grabs it, loose ball on the floor. Warren East has it, but then it's picked off by Elmore. Elmore is going to be fouled by Carver, and that's her second. Team's 5th of the third period, so it should be 2 shots.
Lady Raiders 15 foul at the period. 2 shots.
Lady Elmore 16 of 24 coming into the game. She's 2 for 2 tonight and gets that one at point number 9.
Only offense we've had all quarter. Just come from the free throw.
That's it.
But because it's such a low-scoring game, we've somehow managed to stay in the game as we missed that one.
Yep. Gerald grabs the rebound. She stepped underneath the basket on the inline, and Warren East will have the basketball. 32-27, Warren East.
We come out of a timeout there and tried to switch the defense a little bit, and we just gave up a wide-open 3. We're staying in man. At some point, we've got to change the pace of this game and have some pressure, force them into some turnover.
Comes to Upton. She's guarded by Gerald. Goes left side of it to Carver. Carver heads toward the paint. Goes right side over to Madison Lawson. And now gets rid of Carver. Carver back to Madison Lawson on the left wing. Back to Carver. Sends it back to Madison Lawson once again. A minute 23 to play here in the third.
And they can do this all day. Throw it around and shorten the game a whole lot.
Yes, she walks. There's a shot out of corner. Good for Jones.
Nobody hit a the whole first half, and they've hit 4. This is 4 of 6 this quarter.
35-27. Warren East, their largest lead of the basketball game. Strange has it taken away from her. Lydia Jones, and then Strange fouls her.
Played well enough to win the basketball game, and if it doesn't change, we won't.
That is on Strange, her first.
That's the third foul of the quarter against the Trojanettes.
That's 5th turnover of the quarter, or 13th of the game.
And here's Madison Lawson with it, just under a minute to play in the third. Working to the left side against Elmore. Gets rid of it to Lydia Jones. Back to Lawson, another 3. No. Rebound by Strange. Trojanettes need a bucket here with 43 seconds to play in the third quarter. Atkinson, right side, Shelby Bird. Back to Atkinson, 3 in the air. No, misses everything that goes out of bounds.
It's wide open. It's not the flow. It's rushed. It's like we have to have points without a field goal. And in the last, both of those 2-point buckets.
34.8 to play. Madison Lawson takes her time, bringing it into the front court. 8-point lead for Warren East. They dump it in there to Lydia Jones. Ball gets loose, goes out of bounds. They say off the Trojanettes, so 21.8. Madison Lawson. There's a shot by Jones. It's good.
Did everything almost this quarter.
Riley Jones, her 8th point of the game. 10 seconds to play in the third. Gerald's fakes, drive, goes underneath. Try to reverse it up. Does, and a foul. Finally getting a bucket.
5.5 seconds left to make your first field goal. Start somewhere, though.
First, she just came in, 6'1" senior. Gerald's at the line, 11-15 on the year, missed it. Rebound, Warren East. Lydia Jones throws it up court. Madison Lawson fires and hits the backboard. That's the end of the third quarter. Warren East scores 18. Barren County scores 7 in that third period of play. We'll be back. It's 37-29. Warren East on 104 the score.
It's a hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And you know, sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our Project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems, presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation.
Jets have some work cut out for them here. Trailing by 8, going into the final 8 minutes. Brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trojanettes down 37-29. They get outscored 18-7.
How about this?
4-3 by Warren East.
1 of 9 for us, 7 of 14 for them.
Yeah, that's why they're up by 8. East Bird moving on the left side. Gives it down in the corner to Atkinson. Atkinson, the trap back out to Bird. Sends it straight away over to Elmore. Elmore back over to Bird. Bird back to Elmore. Taking inside, back in a pass left side. Atkinson back to Bird. Trying to drive, can't go. Atkinson in the left corner. Bounces back to Bird. Fires it off to the right side. And they dump it in there to Bragg. Ball got knocked away, and it's loose on the floor, still loose, and Bird reaches in to tie it up. You're going to have a jump ball. Warren East will get the possession, and 7:21 to play.
They get our 14th turnover of the night. Again, they made a little switch defensively. We were methodical to a point, and then we got sped up and we turned it over.
Right side with it. Madison Lawson now. Out top. Outside Collins. Now here's a 3 by Kennedy Lawson. Bounces high off the rim. Ball's tapped around. Finally grabbed in there by Elmore. Lobs it over to Atkinson. 6:55 to play. Barren County down by 8. Hills in the left corner. Sends it back out to Atkinson. Gives it to Bird. Right side corner, Elmore. Back to Bird.
Attack. You can't just throw it around. You're down here.
They act like they're up 8. Bird's going to launch it. 3-point shot. No good. Rebound by Warren East. And going to have a foul as Kennedy Lawson is triple teamed. The foul on Hannah Bragg, her first. Team's first in the fourth quarter. We said in the pregame, Barren County has won 36 straight 15th district games, and it's on the line here right now with 6:27 to play, down by 8. Lydia Jones driving, Bounce pass wide open, underneath, put up and in. Riley Jones.
Trying to pick up full court pressure, had no communication about rotations.
Down 10 now, 39-29. Atkinson over to Gerald. 6:07 to play in the basketball game. Back to Atkinson. Lobs it down into Bragg. Has it knocked loose. Another turnover by the Trojanettes. And they got the numbers. Carver underneath has it smacked out of her hands. Out of bounds, going up with it.
Abby did a good job getting back and not conceding the layup. We tried to, again, speed ourselves up. Now they're going to pick up pressure and try to shorten our game.
Atkinson sends it back over to Elmore. Elmore hands it off to Bird. Fires it off to Gerald. They give it to Atkinson in the lane. Here's Varney. No, it's partially blocked. Lydia Jones comes up with a basketball.
Had their hands on a bunch of our shots tonight.
She's going to drive. Throws it off the window and in. Everything going Warren East's way.
It's pretty much over.
Yep, 41-29, 5:23 to play. Barney in trouble, bouncing the baseline. Elmore's in the trap underneath the Bird. She puts it up and in.
I would think about a timeout here to just organize our pressure.
41-31. Warren East leads it. Here's Madison Lawson. Covered up by Elmore. Gets rid of it off to Kennedy Lawson. Gives it to Jones, and now Carver curling around. Left side. Throws it off left side wing. It's blocked. On a three-point attempt. Saved in bounds by Barren. Gerald has it. Gives it off to Atkinson. Still down 10. 4:42 to play. In the corner, Bird with it. Gives it to Gerald. Gerald now sends it over to Atkinson. In the corner to Elmore. Feeds to Varney. Varney trying to muscle it up. Puts it up. Got it. The entire second half for Barren County. Trailing by 8, 41-33. 4:22 to play. Warren East with the basketball. They go left side with it to Carver. Carver gives it to Madison Lawson. Baseline. Throws it in the lane there to Lydia Jones. Shovels it back off to Riley Jones. Here's Kennedy Lawson throwing up a floater. It is headed out. Rebound comes off to Varney. Varney pushing it down the floor with the Trojanettes. Drive stops, trying to get it out of the footer. Got bumped. Shot goes up and in, falling away. Trojanettes have cut it to 6.
I'll be honest. What's Warren East doing offensively? They've taken a three. They've taken a runner. They just shot the ball when that first possession, they forced us into a really long possession and a missed shot. Then they came down here and run another 30 or 45 seconds off. You were down, 10 or 12 with a minute gone in the first period, and now we're halfway through the period, and we've cut the lead all the way down to 6. Abby Barney got in a good little break, come back, and has really honestly adjusted to the way the game's being called and had a little extra oomph on a few of those that she's getting some. Got to be careful, though, if Warren East makes an adjustment, she doesn't need to get an offensive foul and pick up her point.
Warren East fouls. Kennedy Lawson has 3. Tiani Collins has 3. Nobody really in foul trouble for the Trojanettes. But only 4 field goals the entire second half. 3 of them been here in this quarter in the last 4 minutes.
Really, last couple possessions.
Yeah, and 4 threes for Warren East in that third period. That was their big quarter, outscoring the Trojanettes 18-7.
We haven't hit a 3. We've shot 11 of them. Haven't hit any of them.
Warren East basketball, full court pressure by the Trojanettes.
So we called the timeout. Let's see what kind of organization we have on this man-to-man full court pressure.
They finally get the ball in to Carver, back to Madison Lawson. 3:55 to play, Barren down 6. Lawson gives it out. Kennedy Lawson a 3, no. And the ball skips off the right side of the rim, goes out of bounds. Barren County will get it with 3:46 to play.
Thought it might have went off Shelby's hand, but the shot was missed so badly. We get the break.
Ball comes to the Gerals. Gives it to Varney. Cross-court pass in the middle now to Elmore. Moves through traffic, takes it underneath, puts it up and in. 137, 8-0 run for the Trojanettes. 3.5 minutes to play. Lydia Jones with the basketball, gives to Carver.
Well, they keep helping us out, taking 4 shots.
Leaves it out with Kennedy Lawson for a 3. Bang.
Why you take them, though, if you make them, you really force us back into a hole, even though I would rather run clock, just to be honest with you, with just over 3 minutes to go.
And that's 5 threes for Warren East, all in the second half. 4 in the third quarter. They've made 72 coming into tonight's game, so you add another 5 on top of that. 77 on the season for Warren East. Barren County has only made 38 threes on the year.
Basketball team, really. We don't have anybody that's specialty.
Barney's 12 for 31 coming in the game. Katie Turtle's 8 for 17. Atkinson 5 for 11. And Shelby Bird 11 of 31. That percentage not really good. 35 and a half as a team.
We don't take a whole lot either.
No.
10 or 11, probably more than we normally take.
And Varney gives it to Gerald. On the near side, Atkinson bounces back to Gerald. Gerald lobs it back over to Atkinson. Right side, it goes to Elmore. Cutting down to 3 minutes to play. Varney posted down low, trying to go up with a shot. No. Ball's knocked out of bounds and will stay with Barren underneath.
Had a bad ankle at him when she spun back.
Shelby Bird will toss it in. Gets it into Gerald, posted down inside, throwing it back up over the rim. Lydia Jones. 2:50 to play. Carver with the basketball. Gives it over now to Kennedy Lawson. Kennedy Lawson with Elmore guarding her. Feeds it to Lydia Jones, going up the baseline, off in the left corner. Back out it goes to Carver for 3. It is no good. Rebound comes off to Gerald.
Giving you a chance by continuing to take shots, they probably shouldn't.
2.5 minutes to play. Elmore in the corner. 3 in the air. No good. It's an air ball by Bird. Here comes Kennedy Lawson with it for Warren East. Stops at the right wing. Looking for help. Barney putting the pressure on. Hands it off to Lydia Jones in the corner. And now we're going to have a foul. And this time it is on Barney. And that's 3 on Abby Varney. Second one on the Trojanettes here in the fourth quarter. 2:10 to play. As the ball comes in, Kimberly to Madison Lawson. Anyway, here's Gerald off to Elmore. 2 minutes to go. Varney down low, puts it up and in. Up shot. It's at 44-39 with a minute 57. Timeout by Barren County. 30-second timeout. This timeout brought to you by the People's Bank. The People's Bank in Glasgow. Working for you. There's your local community bank with a new location now in Cave City. You're listening to 1230 AM and 104.7 FM, WCDS Glasgow. And online at 104thescore.com and on BC Live tonight.
There's only won 2 games where they've really had close games, and that's a 6-point win to start the year over Metcalf, and the 5-point win they just beat Cumberland County by. The other one, the 6-point other close game was a 6-point loss to us. So they really haven't had many opportunities. They've had to close out games and been successful at it, but they were coming off of one recent.
Warren East basketball, minute 57 to play. Barren down 5, 44-39. Here's a run out. It's going to come to Carver. Carver on the right side of the floor. Back off to Lawson with a minute 52. Madison Lawson dribbling to the left side against Elmore. She's picked up her dribble. Goes to Kennedy Lawson. Double screen on the right. Now looking for help. And Barney reaches in and ties it up. Barren County will get the basketball with a minute 40 to play.
I don't know what they're doing. There's every opportunity in the world, we just got to take it.
Never take advantage of it. Need to move the ball. With it standing around, a minute 35 to go.
Got to score.
Atkinson sends it off to Gerald. 3 in the air, no good. And the rebound comes off to Carver for Warren East. She looks for help coming up by Varney. Throws it cross court over to Lawson. Down to a minute 20 to play. Comes it back across the line. Oh, a little high dribble there by by Carver. Ball gets knocked away by Barren, and then Barren gets pushed to the floor.
Yeah, it's right there in front of you. It was a kind of a blatant miss on a foul that somebody's got to make. Down 5, trying to hustle after it, just a missed ball.
Yeah.
1:12 to go, down 5. I mean, if you just get a 3 to fall, that'd be great, but still, you're in a couple possession game.
Barren down 5. It's 44-39.
Warney's got 1 timeout. We've got 3. They were the ones that just called that timeout. The possession arrow for Warney, since we just got that last jump ball, we've got a couple fouls to give. They've got a ton of fouls to give, but they haven't committed one at all.
No.
Or at least they haven't committed any that have been called.
Warney's basketball at midcourt across the way. Madison Lawson will toss it in. It comes out to Kennedy Lawson, back to Madison Lawson, 1:09 to play. Goes in the middle to Kennedy Lawson, left side of Carver. Carver going to the right side. Gives to Jones, she's in a trap. Now gives it back to Madison Lawson. Bounce pass off to Kennedy Lawson. 52 seconds to play. Warney's up by 5. Foul on Atkinson.
Still 2 more to give. We need to start looking at the percentages here of who you would want to foul. Carver's probably not who you want to. She's 72%. Everybody else is 60 and below.
Comes out to Kennedy Lawson. Looks like Kennedy Lawson is like 3 of 12 from the foul line.
11's the one you really want to foul here if we can. Carver's the one, again, you don't.
Madison Lawson will toss it in. Goes it off the leg of Varney and out of bounds. 23.8. Ball comes into Carver.
Don't foul that.
No. Carver in a trap. And then there's a foul with 38.3.
She got the high percentage, but she's only been there 11 times, so that may be skewed. Let's see what happens. He had half of her average tonight.
8 of 11 on the season for Carver. Person is good. 2 possession game still, 38.3 to go, 45-39 Raiders. Second shot on the way, and it's good. 3 possession game. Barren County down 7. Barney weaving through traffic. In the corner, Atkinson fires for 3 and hits it. What's a 2?
He was got a step set where the pass was to get behind the line. Still 2 timeouts. Take this 30-second win with 30 seconds left, down 5.
Barren County has scored 12 points this quarter. Warney's has scored 9. A 2 possession game. Warney's will have the ball with 30.8.
On the year, they're just a 52% free throw shooting team. So, you know, I mean, you can go back and get things. Maybe we should have started fouling earlier, but they were taking shots and giving us possessions back that they should have been making us. They should have made us foul them earlier, to be honest with you. They go to the line a lot. They only have about 8 free throws a game. Again, hopefully a quick steal, something. They're going to run this whole football play where they got 4 people out of bounds.
Yeah. Now they take off. Ball comes into play. Carver will be fouled by Varney.
That's her fourth.
Carver was just there, made 2.
Well, she's their best free throw shooter. She hasn't shot that many on the season, but 8 of 11. But she missed that.
You got to get it and go.
Second free throw. On the way, and it is good. 47-41, Warren East. 29 seconds to play. Varney moving through, driving all the way to the bucket, goes under and puts it in.
Really? That's what they should do. I mean, they don't have any fouls. They have 0 fouls. They have 4 to give. I know that bucket cut it to it's still a 2-possession game, but really they should be fouling us and really another way to extend the game. So play the strategies out the way that maybe I would, but they're still going to end up way to end up winning this basketball game.
East came in 11-2, 1-1 in the district. Barren County 9-3, 2-0 in the district. Linda Warren East will tie for first and break a 36-game winning streak for the Trojanettes in District 15 and an 18-game winning streak against Warren East. .4 left. Warren 47, Barren County 43. East basketball as Madison Lawson stands out of bounds to inbound. It comes into Carver. Now Carver's going to be fouled. Number 2 on Katie Elmore. Three of 4 from the stripe, all in the fourth quarter. First one's good. And here's the deal with Warren East. Ray Ellen Jones is not even playing tonight and got hurt early. Riley Jones are the only 2 seniors on this team. Got everybody back next year. Second shot good for Carver. 49-43, Warren East, 19 seconds to play. Varney sends it right side. Bird drives in, forces up the shot, goes over the backboard, out of bounds. .15 seconds to play. Back to Madison Lawson. Over goes to Jones. Lydia Jones fires it down underneath. Kennedy Lawson wide open. Puts it in. Exclamation point. Drops to 9-4 on the year. And a tie for first in the district at 2-1. Report, talking to Coach Piper Lindsay after this breakdown. 104 the score. We start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building
the three little pigs' houses, and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things. They start that kind of problem-solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate. They have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
What I really like about with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
I think we were expecting the contact, and we just, you just got to go up strong. And hey, you know what? This is one game. This doesn't define our season. It doesn't define anything. It's one game. Honestly, yeah, we'll learn from it. But regardless, we've got to have other kids that step up and they can score the ball. And we've kind of talked about that the last couple of weeks. Honestly, it's just we can't have two scores in double figures and nobody else there. And defensively, we were good in the first half. The second half, not so much. Regardless, fixable mistakes. And like I said, yeah, they look like they won the championship game, and this is going to burn some fuel. This will add some fuel to our fire, and it's okay. We know that we're not the top dogs anymore, and that's all right. Maybe it'll help us fight a little better.
That third quarter really hurt us. They knocked down 4 threes, and we only made 1 field goal in the third quarter. That was a tough one.
Yeah, it was. We've got to do better scoring the ball. I felt like we kind of forced it sometimes. At times, I felt like we played like we were down early, and we just honestly, I think we're still young. We're still learning, and like I said, it's January. If this happened in February, I'd be worried, but hey, we'll be fine. We'll bounce back. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way.
We're not even halfway through the season.
Absolutely, no.
You try to put this one behind you.
That's
you got
exactly
Warren
right.
Central on the road. We made a lot of trips to Bowling Green next couple of weeks.
Yeah, this has been tough.
Warren Central Lady Dragons on Tuesday.
That's exactly right. We'll bounce back. That's right. That's next game, next man up, and hey, we'll be fine. We're positive.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your comments as always. Coach Piper Lindsay, very disappointed tonight with the Trojanet basketball team, falling to Warren East 51-43. As Coach's comments brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a meal today at Glasgow McDonald's on Smith Road. Trojanettes fall 51-43 tonight to the Warren East Lady Raiders. We'll come back with more of the post-game report in a moment as the CPC Commodities post-game report is coming up next here on 104.7 The Score.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real-life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class, hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation, and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials, and I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Favorite part is just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in. I would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
Medical Detectives is part of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, a feeder to the biomed program at the high school. One of the things that I really enjoy about this class is that it does expose the students to a number of different medical careers and give them ideas that there are numerous potential career opportunities for somebody in the medical field.
I would definitely recommend the class for someone who has interest in medical sciences, and you'll learn a lot about the brain, vital signs, and just all around a lot about science.
Classes that we're offering here with Project Lead the Way, it allows them to have those real world problems where they're able to connect with each other, connect across soft skills that they're able to develop and work through those problems together. And so within our school, within our district, we provide lots of different opportunities for students to learn, to grow, and so that's what our goal here is at Barren County Middle School, is to empower students through our learning opportunities.
It's not about having kids know content.
Warren East, the Trojanettes fall to the Lady Raiders 51-43 tonight. Post game report brought to you by CPC Commodities. Prove it our farm and made for yours. Barren County led 12-10 at the end of the first quarter, led by 3 at halftime, 22-19. And then Warren East had that big third quarter. They outscored the Trojanettes 18-7. And both teams actually were down. They were down by 8. Barren was down by 8, going into 37-29, and fall by 8, 51-43. Warren East had 20 field goals. 9 in the first half, 11 in the second half. Made 5 3-point shots. They were 6 of 10 to the foul line. They had 3 players in double figures. Lydia Jones, who averages 8.5 points a game, scored 13 tonight to lead Coach Jenny Neville's team in scoring. She had 5 baskets. 2 of those were 3-point shots, and she was 1 of 2 from the foul line. Sam Carver finishes with 10 on a couple of baskets. 1 of those a 3. She was 5 of 6 from the foul line. Riley Jones had 10 points tonight on 5 field goals. Madison Lawson scored 7 on 3 field goals. 1 of those a 3-point shot. Kennedy Lawson had 5 on a 3 and a 2. 2 points for Kinsey Upton, Berlin Wardlow, and also Kiani Collins, also with 2 points. Ray Ellen Jones, the 6'1 senior, went out with an injury about halfway the first quarter. Did not score tonight for the Lady Raiders. Barren County Trojanettes. Field goals tonight, 5 fewer than Warren East. No 3-point shots. And they were 13 of 19 from the foul line. Eddie scored to Abby Varney, 18 points. She had 12 of those in the second half. She only made 5 baskets, but was 8 of 12 from the foul line. Katie Elmore scores 11 tonight. She had 8 points in the first half, 4 field goals, 3 of 4 from the foul line. Bonnie and Elmore are the only 2 players in double figures. Katie Gerald scores a couple of field goals for 4. So did Shelby Bird. 2 points for Taylor Strange and Ashley Atkinson and Hannah Bragg. Addison McFall and Riley Wilson saw some minutes but did not score tonight. A big third quarter, Warren East outscoring the Trojanettes 18-7. That was a big difference in the basketball game. And so the 36-game win streak for the Trojanettes comes to a close here tonight. An 18-game winning streak against the Warren East Lady Raiders also snapped. But as Coach Piper Lindsay said, hey, we're only halfway through the season. We still have 3 more district games to go before tournament time. And hopefully this will put some fuel to the fire, as she said earlier, with this loss tonight.
Plans to continue. Well, I think that's fair. Probably lucky you didn't lose at Warren or South Warren the other night. I haven't played well all week, and you're going to drop one when you continually just don't come out and perform well. Obviously, Warren East very motivated to beat you. Motivated. I said in the boys' game. That's still at least 20 minutes away with homecoming. I said in the boys' game last time that I think Warren East doesn't have a natural rival. I think they get more fired up for this game than we do because they're trying to make us a rival. Changes boys or girls. We do play them football every year now, pretty much. We play Same with baseball and softball, volleyball. But we have to come out, and it doesn't matter one way or the other if it's a district game, if it's just a regular old Monday night game, which we don't have very many of, but you have to find a way to get up to those games and perform, and you are, in some ways, I know this is what Calipari says about Kentucky, you're kind of everybody's Super Bowl when you're the number one team in the district or number one team in the region, and they want badly to beat you, to put the score out on the site that says, hey, look at us. You catch everybody's attention when you throw that score up that just went out, and people send around each other around the region. So it's not the end of the world. The streaks are going to be broken at some point. You just start new ones, and this isn't like it's the district title. But it counts clearly in a negative fashion for the loss column. But I think ultimately it's got to grab our attention, right? It's got to grab our attention and say, hey, we've got to make some changes. We've got to have some people to score. We've got to, play team basketball that I think's been missing. Both teams got up 49 shots tonight. We hit 15. They hit 19. We were 31% from the field. They were 39. The biggest stat difference, though, is we didn't make any of our 13 threes, and they made 5 of their 19. And we talked about at halftime if they there in the second half. So not much to say about it besides this is not one of our better efforts. This is not the Trojanet basketball team we've watched over the last few years. And it won't be the Trojanet basketball team that we are talking about at the end of the year either. We've got higher expectations. We can't be the only ones with those higher expectations. The girls ultimately have to decide what those are and if they're able to live up to them. And put that on the scoreboard at the end of the year. So we'll see where it goes. Got a few days off. They don't play again to Tuesday. When we come back here to Warren Central, that's going to be a very different type of opponent, a game that's not going to be much competition comparable to what we've seen. But again, if you don't play well and you don't shoot the ball well and you make 2 field goals, you're going to get beat. That's right. So bottom line right there. So we'll get our attention to the boys, which will be a really competitive game. Hopefully we have a little bit more control from the stripes and don't make it a physical game, because it'll turn into a football game and we'll have to get some pads and helmets out at halftime if we don't. So
they sure let them play tonight. That's an understatement. They got really physical. Time to name the MVP of the game, brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Jamie Harris.
It's always tough to name one MVP or most valuable player when you lose, because you didn't play well. But I think Abby, tried to will us back in there at the end. She made some mistakes throughout the game, and she didn't have her best game. And when she doesn't have her best game, neither does our team. So you still give her the MVP for trying to will us back in there at the end and have 18 overall. But she's got to have help, just 2 in double figures. We've got to get, those 4 points up to 8, the 2 points up to 4 or 6, and everybody contribute to get that offense more of a well-rounded machine, what we really honestly expect. And some of these kids are young. Some of these kids haven't been counted on in areas to score points over the last few years. But, young's only an excuse for so long. It comes middle of January. You know your expectations, and you know what you got to do to be a good ball club.
51-43, Warren East defeats Barren County here tonight in a district game. Some other scores on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. Allen County Scottsville girls defeat Glasgow tonight, 58-53, the final score. Also, Greene County wins over Hart County tonight, 67-36. And I like the story that John Butler texted me. Elizabethtown upsets Fort Knox. Upsets Fort Knox, 90-5. It is, yeah. That's in District 17. So there's a few finals to pass along to you. Well, about 16 and a half minutes away from the Trojans and the Raiders here in game 2. They had homecoming in between games, so that's why it's going to be a little later start on the boys' side. But anyway, the Trojanettes now will be off until Tuesday when they prepare to take on the Warren Central Lady Dragons back down here at Bowling Green on Tuesday night before going back home. First home game of the season since December 15th. Will be a week from tonight when the Trojans and Trojanettes host another 15th district opponent in Glasgow. When we come back after this break, we will start our pregame coverage of the boys. It's the Trojans and the Raiders. Man 2 of a doubleheader here at Warren East High School in Bowling Green as you're following Barren County High basketball on 104.7 The Score. Games to follow Barren County Trojan and Trojanette basketball. You now have all these options to listen or watch the games live. You can listen on 12:30 a.m., 104.7 FM. You can listen and watch at 104thescore.com. You can also listen and watch on the 104 The Score app on your smartphone. Watch on youtube.com/BCHS Live. Watch on EPB channels 19 or SCRTC channel 97. So there's lots of options for you in listening and or watching Barren County High School basketball from 104 The Score. And you can get all the local news, information about local events, and much more that you need to know from Barren County and Glasgow online by logging on to GlasgowNews1.com. Well, Coach Warren Cunningham's Barren County Trojans are 8-3 overall and 2-0 in District 15. The Trojans hit 13 three-pointers on the road at South Warren on Tuesday night, outscoring the Spartans by 20 points in the second half and winning 67-51. Tate Spillman scored 23 points. Mason Bunch and William Compton each added 13. William Hall did not score in that game, but he grabbed 14 rebounds. The Warren East Raiders, who nipped the Trojans 56-55 in last year's 15th district championship game, are 9-4 overall and 1-1 in District 15. Coach Kyle Benja's squad got a 64-60 road win at Cumberland County on Tuesday night. Brandon Bratcher had 18 points and Dane Parsley finished with 17. Barren County and Warren East met back on December 8th with the Trojans getting a 22-point win, 72-50 over the Raiders. Tate Spillman scored 18, William Compton 16, and Mason Bunch had 12. Caleb Prince led Warren East with 12 points, and center Kajarius Barber did not play in that game. The Trojans hit 10 threes in that win, 25-55 overall for 45.5%, 12-20 from the foul line for 60%, and grabbed 33 rebounds. The Raiders were 21-49 for 43%. They only hit 1 of 17 behind the arc, 7 of 16 free throws, and 21 rebounds. The Trojans lead the series over Warren East 20-9, with 15 of those 29 being decided by 8 points or less. Much like the Trojanettes and the Lady Raiders, as half of the games against Warren East were decided by 8 points or less, and tonight it was decided by 8 points. And on paper, the Raiders are a 2-point favorite, according to the Lexington Herald leader Dave Cantrell ratings. The Trojans need to have a game to have a chance to, beat the Raiders on their home court here tonight. It's always, Robert, it's always a tough place to play here at Warren East.
It is, and, we dropped a tough one down here in the district tournament last year in the final. So should be another tough game. I don't know. We took a break there real quick. I don't know what you kind of went over, but we're going to be without one of our players tonight. I know Waylon's not playing due to sickness, and I don't think their big kid, Barber, is playing tonight again because of sickness. He was not with the team earlier in the year when we played him, and he's not going to be with the team tonight again. So, that's just a different dynamic when their big kid, 6'5", 305, is not in the center of their paint, how they defend and how we have to defend them on offense. So, just another added element. We're down one, they're down one tonight, too.
Barren County is ranked number 4. The Lexington Herald leader behind Bowling Green, Warren East, and Greenwood, and number 2 in the Bowling Green Daily News prep poll behind Bowling Green. Warren East is ranked number 2 in the Cantrell ratings and number 4 in the Bowling Green Daily News poll. The Trojans' other District 15 win is over Allen County, Scottsville, 66-38. Warren East has a district win over Glasgow, 84-57. They also defeated the Scotties 74-64 in the Kentucky 2A sectional tournament. That did not count as a district game. The Raiders are 7-3 since the Barren County loss, with other wins over Franklin Simpson by 1 point, Todd Central, Murray, Owensboro by 4, Elizabethton, Tennessee, and Cumberland County by 4. Losses to Chattanooga Red Bank, Knoxville Hardin Academy, and Madisonville North Hopkins by 2 in the Smoky Mountain Classic. And it's a really good tournament. Of course, the Trojanettes played in last year down in Gatlinburg. But he breaks some numbers down. The Warren East Raiders are averaging almost 65 points a game, but they give up 61.5. They shoot 45% from the field. They've made 62 three-point shots on the season. That's at 30%. And these stats, by the way, do not include the Owensboro game, which they won 72-68. That was not posted online, but they do shoot 61% from the line. They average 29 rebounds a game. And you look at the other wins, we mentioned that Franklin Simpson, a 1-point win. Todd Central by 15. They beat Murray by 18. Owensboro, pretty good win there, 72-68. And then Cumberland County on Tuesday night, they won 64-60. The Trojans are averaging almost 66 points a game. They give up 52.5, shooting 43% from the field, and have made 115 three-point shots. And that's 34% of those that have been made. 65.7% for the foul line, and almost 29 rebounds a game. So, as you mentioned, Robert, with Barber out for Warren East and Clemens out for Barren County tonight, Trojans will start, I'm sure, William Compton. He's always the first man off the bench. He's been knocking down a lot of threes. He has made 36 threes on the season, and that's shooting at about 11.7 points a game. And he's actually the second leading scorer of this team. Tate Spillman is averaging 16, Bray Bewley 10.5. And Mason Welch has pushed up his average to almost 8 points a game, and he's made 15 threes. Compton 36, Spillman's hit 30, and Bewley's hit 20. So we've got guys that can knock down the three-point shots. That makes a team that's hard to defend.
It does, and you look at the game at our place, we hit 10 threes. They hit 1 of 17. I mean, that's a 27-point difference. You win by 22. I mean, it's a no-brainer when you're making threes, and especially when your other opponents not making them. It makes a big difference. So I think has thrived coming off the bench this year, but he will start tonight in replacement of Clemens, who has been starting. We're also without Browning, who went down the other night. Carter will not be with us and not play tonight. So really 2 guys out of our rotation we won't have. Be interested to see how Will does in a starting role. Some guys just, that coming off the bench, 6-man, 7th-man, you kind of sit there, you get some nerves out, you get a feel for the game, see how things are going, and kind of dissect where some openings are when you're a shooter like he is. So we'll see if that proves to be any kind of difference. And I guess, Cade and Reese, Jackson Reese will be your main couple of guys coming off the bench tonight. So we're averaging 10 threes a game. That's a tough clip to continually do, but somehow we've managed to do it. And it really felt like that Warren East game was one of the better games we played all year. Tate had 3 threes, Will had 5 of our 10. So I just thought played really well, and it helped that Warren East didn't shoot the ball hardly, very well at all. They were 21 of 49, so that's not terrible, but it was really the threes that made the huge difference in the game, and we got on them early, and it was over early, just to be honest with you.
So we'll talk about the game schedule tonight, brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. Here in the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tipoff. We mentioned Glasgow's at Allen County, Scottsville tonight. Caverna at John Hardin, Metcalf's at Clinton, Warren Central at Greenwood, South Warren at Bowling Green, Russellville at Logan County, Franklin Simpson at Todd Central. Of course, Trojans turn right around tomorrow, take on Nashville Whites Creek in the German-American Bank Boys Classic at Bowling Green High School. That game is scheduled to start at 3:45. That'll be after the Glasgow, Ohio County game. Also in that classic is Greenwood and Owensboro and Bowling Green and Henderson County in the final game tomorrow night. We have the starting coming up. We're about 5 minutes away from tip-off. It's the Trojans and the Raiders, Game 2, District 15 doubleheader here tonight at Warren East High School. Starting lineups will come back after this 1-minute timeout on 104.7 The Score. Got the scores there, Robert?
I just got one there real quick. Bowling Green ended up beating South Warrensville 40-25. Did you write down a halftime score on that one? I don't know if I wrote it down or not. It was a lot closer than that at halftime. The Bowling Green South Warren girls scored. Well, no, it was closer, but it was a low-scoring game. Bowling Green was 17, South Warren 13. So South Warren only scored 12 points there in the second half. Bowling Green pulled away 40-25 for that win. Bowling Green, the team our girls will obviously see pretty close in the near future. Greenwood girls won 59-34 over Warren Central. The team that our girls play next on Tuesday night down at Central.
Let's go to scoreboard update. Nobody can enjoy the game. Starting lineups in tonight's game. Brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. For the Warren East Raiders and their second-year head coach Kyle Bidd. They'll start Caleb Prince. 5'9" sophomore, averaging 15.5 points a game. Tyler Pettigo, number 4, a 5'9" sophomore. They're a young basketball team, 8.5 points a game. Brendan Brancher's a 5'9" junior, wears number 5. He averages 10.5. And he's actually the second leading scorer in the basketball team. Dane Parsley, a 6'3" junior, wears number 23, 7.5 points and 4 rebounds a game. And the other starter, I don't know if we got that officially up. We do? Okay. So who may that be as far as the other starter tonight? That would be Summers, looks like. Isaiah Summers, number 21, in the starting lineup tonight in place of Kajarius Barber, who is out tonight. Summers is a 6-foot sophomore, averages 3.5 points a game. So they're going to start 3 sophomores and 2 juniors for Warren East tonight. For the Barren 16th-year head coach Warren Cunningham, his assistant coaching staff, Matt Gardner, Jared Browning, Gavin Withrow, number 5, Tate Snowman, a 6-foot junior averaging 16 points a game. Ray Bueling, number 3, a 6-foot junior, 10.5 points a game. Mason Brutch, number 4, a 6'4" senior, averaging 7.7 points and 4.5 rebounds. Graham Hall, number 10, a 6'5 senior, 7.3 points, 6 rebounds a game. And William Compton, number 24, a 6'3 senior, averages 11.7. Of course, the Raiders lost from last year, Isaiah Andrews, who was one of the top scorers in the region last year, at about 25 points a game. They are the defending 15th district champs. They defeated Barren County here on this court in the championship of the 15th district tournament last year, 56-55. When we went on, both teams went to the semifinals of the region last year. Barren County defeated Allen County Scottsville in the district tournament, then lost to Warren East, came back, beat Metcalfe County 56-54 in the regional tournament, and then lost to Bowling Green in the semifinals 51-46, finished 21-13. Warren East finished 21-10, and they defeated Glasgow by 2, Barren by 1 to win the title, and then beat Monroe County by 22, 68-46, before losing to the state champs, Warren Central, 81-45 in the 4th region semifinal game.
Teams have very similar records. We talked about the RPI in the girls' game. The RPI for this game is actually a 1-point favorite to Warren East. I expect it to be a close game. Obviously, when you take 8 points out of their lineup, it makes a big difference. Wayland averages 5 for us. So what really lose at Wayland is the physicality, and he makes the little plays that don't show up on a stat sheet, don't show up here on the stats on the computer. He just kind of doesn't care to get on the floor and get after it, use his body to make blockouts or set screens or do those little things. So hopefully Wayland's feeling better. Hopefully Carter's feeling better here. And I don't know if they'll be with us tomorrow night, but hopefully they are next week. They're big parts of our team. And next week, we go to Warren Central on Tuesday. Kate Hunson's back. For the Dragons, the only one that was on that state championship team last year. And they also had a transfer, Elijah Starks, that is now eligible to play. And they have made a big difference. They lost to Lyon County last week, or maybe it was Tuesday night, or was it last week? Lost by like 13, 14 points. County, to put it in perspective, the number 1 team in the state, I think the Starks kid had 20 and
also had 14.
Yeah, so they're a dramatic difference maker, and we've had Warren Central on our schedule at different times. We've had them first game of the year and middle of the year like we do this year. So it just so happened that they get a transfer eligible, and their best player, D1 Western Shawnee, I think the best player, arguably the best player in the region that I think he is for me. Back when we play them. But you want to play teams when they have everybody at full strength and just kind of see what you're made of and see if we can keep this hot streak going, shooting the basketball. And, overall, we're putting together a really good year, a team that I just think is getting better and better as the games go on. And it obviously makes them fun to watch when they're shooting 10 or not shooting 10. Heck, they shoot 40 some games. They make 10 or 11 threes a game. They're just fun to watch. They get after it. They're, I've not asked more of this question, but I know the kids and I know the guys. I know they're easy to coach. They're fun to coach. So it helps, though, to do that when you're winning. It makes it more fun to call, makes it more fun to watch, it makes it more fun to coach. Obviously, when the shots go in and you're winning games, hopefully that continues tonight. And go get a shot at a pretty good team from Tennessee tomorrow to see what comes to that.
Officials for tonight's second game are the same ones we had in the girls' game. Tommy Young, Evan Ray, and Tyler Miracle. The officials, sponsors Monticello Banking Company, NBC, a proud supporter of Barren County basketball. So we get set for the Farmers RACC, Jackie Browning Memorial Open tip-off. And our first quarter of action tonight brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities we serve and believe that a community thrives as people prosper. Barren County in black uniforms tonight, burgundy numbers and letters outlined in gold, and the Warren East Raiders in their home white with blue numbers outlined in old gold. Barren County moving from right to left, Warren East left to right. Isaiah Summers in the jump circle for Warren East. Graham Hall for Barren County as Evan Ray will toss it up. And here we go with the boys' basketball game. And here's Mason Bunch giving it off to Spillman. Going to be guarded out there by Prince. He gives it off right side of the Bewley. Bewley now comes back left. He dumps it inside there to Hall. He goes to the basket, missed the shot. Ball's knocked down, and Prince got it for Warren East. It off the right side over to Pettigo. Pettigo down in the corner with Summers. Back out to Bratcher. Launches a three. It is good. He banked it off the glass, and Compton fouls him. The season for Brendan Bratcher. He was 18 of 66. Just barely kissed it off the glass in the square, and he's got a chance at a 4-point play here. Yeah, that's good.
Less than 30 seconds in, they've already made as many did at our place early in the year.
Mason punch to the right side with it for the Trojans. Needs help, sends it back out to Spillman. As Spillman goes left side over to Bray Bewley. Floats it down to Hall on the left side. Back out to Bewley. Bewley looks in the middle. Who's Spillman with it? Trying to split the defenders. Goes under, puts it up and in.
We had a slip screen on the first play, a nice little dump that we just missed. Another little slip to the basket there. That time, State's able to convert.
They're working around the left side. It's knocked away, stolen by Bewley. Bewley taking it to the rack, lays it up and in.
Need a lot of that. We didn't get a lot of that in the girls' game. Points off turnovers, easy breakaway points. We need to see some more of that for the boys to just get some confidence and not just rely on the threes.
We're tied at 4. Here's Prince with it on the right side with it for Warren East. Another 3-point shot from Bratcher. Bounces high off the back of the rim. Up for the rebound is Bewley. Bewley, right side, Mason punch. He's going to fire up a 23-footer. Barely crushed the net. Saved in bounds by Compton, but Warren East has it. Prince drives it right underneath, lays it up and in. It's 6-4 Warren East. We played almost 2 minutes in the opening quarter. Bewley goes right side with it to Bunch. Bunch, couple of dribbles, back out front to Bewley, back over to Bunch. Goes down low to Hall. Right side of the lane, spin move up off the glass and in.
That was about a 6-foot bank shot. Those aren't the easiest, falling away towards the baseline. But I think he's been playing really good lately, and there's nobody out there that can really guard him.
Just the People's bank shot makes it 6-6. Right corner of Summers, out to Prince. He's going to drive. Spin move, up and under, puts it up. Too strong against the window. Hall with a rebound off to Bewley. Bewley down the left side, gives to Compton for a 3. No, it's an air ball. Taken by Pettigo to Warren East. Bounce pass goes in the corner. There's Prince. They'll send it back out now to Bratcher. Bratcher takes it around to the right side. He'll give it off to Pettigo for a 3. Got it. 9-6, Warren East. Bunch with it on the right side with it for the Trojans. Sends it back left over to Bewley. Bewley out top. Compton fires a 3. No, off the back iron. Rebound. Bratcher falling down. Got rid of it. Well, there's Pettigo off to Bratcher. Bratcher leaves it with Prince out front. They played 3 minutes. It's 9-6 Warren East. Driving. Dane Parsley. Whistle. Offensive foul. Over the shoulder into Hall. And Parsley commits his first foul in the basketball game against the Raiders. Basketball. Comes into Bray Bewley. Bewley guarded out there with Prince. Right elbow is Spillman, turns, splits the defender, scoops up the shot, and puts it in.
I don't know if that was the design or call from the bench, but he read it. His defender slid up on his right hip, and he just spun back and used that to his advantage.
9-8. Warren East leads it by 1. Here's Prince, going to fire up a 3-point shot. It's off the mark. Chase down. East gets an offensive board. Pettigo on the baseline. It's thrown away. Throwing it across into the corner to Parsley, picked up by Bewley. Bewley fires it down to the corner. Here's Spillman with the basketball. He's cut off by Pettigo. Needs some help. Had it smacked out of his hands and out of bounds. 4:16 to play. First period, 9-8 Raiders. Spillman sends it off to Hall. Waits for Spillman to come back. Long, 25-footer. That's no good. Rebound, Mason Butch had it for a moment. Got it. Reverses up, no good. And it comes off to Pettigo for Warren East. Pettigo leaves it out with Bratcher. And a foul on Compton. His first, team second. There's Warren Warren Cunningham's going to send in Kate Hardy, a 5'11 sophomore for William Compton. Comes out to Prince. We'll give it to Bratcher. Down in the right corner to Pettigo. Pettigo back out to Summers. They swing it back left side to Prince. Prince wants to drive against Bewley. Puts it up, whistle, and a jet ball. Bewley reached in and tied it up. Hit the ball. Pinned it on him. As he tried to go up, Warren East will get it back on the possession arrow. Prince to put it in play. Lobs it into Parsley. Bobbled it, but got rid of it. Prince dribbles between his legs out to Summers. Summers walks.
All night, is it?
I think it is. I thought I saw a lot of walks in the girls' game, but they didn't call it.
So there were officially no walks in the girls' game, though.
I'd say so.
We saw them, but they're not called.
Right, they didn't call it. Yep. Puts it up. Oh, he missed it. Rebound comes off to Warren East. Here's Prince. To the middle. Off to Pettigo for a three. And spins out. Kate Hardy with the basketball for the Trojans. Brings it up toward the right side against Bratcher. It's toward the middle. Ball gonna get knocked loose. Here's Basin Bunch with a 25-footer. It's no good. Ball slapped out of bounds by Spillman. They say, and it'll be Warren East basketball. Gonna get Gavin Nunn in the ball game, a 6'5 sophomore. Jackson Reese, a 5'11 junior.
Gavin's gonna get some. He comes in at that position and spells the center, Graham.
Graham sends it left side over to Michael Clark, who's in the ball game, number 2, a 5'11 senior for the Raiders. Here's Bratcher with it on the left side. Drives against Hardy, leaves in the corner. Goes it back out now to Prince. 2:43 left here in the first. And Pettigo. Off the move to the left to Clark. Over to Prince, half point in the corner. Back out to Bratcher for a three, and he misses everything, goes out of bounds. Take a quick release. His basketball is going to send in Jordan Hogue, a 5'9 junior for the Raiders. And also Cash Carter, number 1, a 5'9 freshman.
Sometimes you kind of wince when you see the first one go in for a team because you're like, oh, I hope they don't get hot tonight. But it's actually sometimes a good thing. Bratcher hit that first one, and he's thrown up some wild threes ever since. It may have given him some confidence to take some he shouldn't have.
Yeah, they're trying to go into Nunn. Ball gets loose and rolling on the floor. Nunn's got it, and then threw it away.
Tried to throw it off partially, but didn't have an angle to do it. Good job for Gavin just going in there and digging it out after we lost it. Our second turnover of the night.
Here we go. Here in the first. Warren East 9, Barren County 8. Prince angles off to the right side. We'll give it now to Hogue. Now it comes to Carter. Now Prince has it. Back over the left side. Now Carter trying to make a move. Can't. Picks up his dribble. Bounces it back out to Prince with a minute 50 to play in the quarter. Prince to reset the offense. Prince and Parsley are the only 2 starters in the court for Warren East right now. As they give it off to Carter, he throws it up in the run, misses everything, and Parsley saved it inbound, threw it off Jackson Reese underneath the bucket. We'll say with the Raiders as Tate Spillman gets a break and Mason Bunch is back in.
He actually saved it unnecessarily. We had blocked it, and it was going out on us. We took a risk, but it paid off for him.
Ball comes in underneath, double team, and they throw it back up, and offensive rebound by Clark. It won't go. Mason Bunch with the rebound gives to Bewley. With a minute 20 to play in the first. Right side is Bunch. Bunch is cut off. He can't go anywhere. Has to send it back out front to Hardy. Hardy to Jackson Reese. Takes one way, drives the other. Cut off at the baseline, back out to Bunch. Lobs it into Nunn, spin move, losses footing for a moment, missed the shot on the back of the iron. And Warren East with a rebound coming back the other way. Prince driving it, throwing it up the floater, good. 11-8, Warren East losing by 3. Here's Bewley. Into the front court with it for the Trojans. Crossover dribble to the left. Out to Kate Hardy. Can't shoot the 3. Got Prince out guarding him. 42 seconds to go. Mason Bunch with a lot of pressure from Clark. Needs some help. Goes in the corner now to Nunn. Nunn against Parsley. Sends it back out now to Jackson Reese. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Reese with a crossover move and a whistle, and somebody reached in and fouled him. That was on Prince, his first, team second of the quarter. And Hall and Tate Spillman coming back to the Trojan lineup. As Gavin Nunn and Bray Bewley go on with 27.3. Hardy, I'm sorry. Oh, a pass almost picked off, is knocked away, and going to the basket. Here's a shot put up and in by Hogue.
We threw it up, but we threw it towards their basket. They intercepted it, laid it in.
Spillman with the basketball. 10 seconds, gets a screen from Hall, drives it right side, out to Hardy, 25-footer. Got it!
First one of the night.
Knocking down the People's Bank three-point shot right before the end of the first quarter. And it's Warney's 13, Barren County 11. We'll return after this timeout. We're following the Trojans on 104.7 The Score.
Knowledge, like, hey, I memorized this order of things, or I know that. It's actually basically like a knowledge acquisition process. Do I know how to get knowledge? Do I know how to research? What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world, and ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves. I'll provide them with materials. I'll provide them with instruction, even some direction, but ultimately in the end, they have to build these things, and that's the kind of real world stuff they're going to have to work through. That stuff will take them far beyond what they learn here. It's all about trying things, taking risk, and then applying what you've learned in a classroom to what you do in life, and then being able to develop techniques that you can use outside these walls.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been.
Well, the second quarter is brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Barren County's basketball. Bewley back in the lineup. Bunch in the middle. Turns on the dribble. Gives to Hardy on the right wing. Down low is Hall. Hall posted up inside. In trouble, has to kick it back out to Hardy. Back to Hall. Got Parsley guarding him. Back to Spillman now with Bratcher guarding him. Comes off the screen. Throws up a 15-footer that misses everything. And underneath the basket is Pettigo to Warren East. On the right side is Parsley. Out to Prince. Prince now sends it right side to Summers. Now Summers off to Bratcher. Bratcher gives it to Prince on the left wing. Prince looking inside. Comes back out front with it. Goes back to that corner. Bratcher three. Low. Rebound the bunch.
See what I mean? Just wild threes going up. That one falling away deep corner.
Bewley wants to drive with it. Shut off out to Hardy. 25-footer. No. Battle for the rebound and taken by Parsley. Off to Prince. Prince driving to the bucket, and he's going to be bumped going up. Good play. First foul of the quarter. Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Glasgow leads Allen County Scottsville 13-4 after one period. As Prince at the line, the first one is no good. 42 of 57 from the charity stripe on the season so far for Caleb Prince. One more for Prince. And it's good. 14-11. Barren County's Bray Bewley with the basketball. Up there, Bo. Mason Punch. Punch turns, sends it out to Spillman. Spillman, they reverses back right. Straight away over to Bewley. Bewley wants to drive against his defender. Puts it up, no good. Tough. Rebound, Prince. Off in the corner, Pettigo walk.
A step from getting by our defenders and really being able to finish at the rim. And that half a step defines a good shot versus a forced shot right now for us.
Ray Bewley with it. Long bounce pass right over to Spillman. Spillman turns against Pettigo. Can't go. And slapped out of his hands by Pettigo and out of bounds in the right corner. 6:22 to play here in the first half. Barren County trailing Warren East 14-11. Comes out to Hall. They'll hand it right back to Spillman. Working out the dribble. Right side over to Bewley. Bewley out to Hardy. Now back out to Spillman. Spillman. A lot of pressure from Pettigo. Hands it back to Hardy. Putting down the dribble. 2 minutes gone here in the second with Mason Bunch. Bounce pass down low. Bewley out to Spillman. He can't shoot the three as Prince comes out to defend him. Right side is Hardy. Hardy's going to penetrate down the lane with the left hand and put it in.
I think the defender, that was Prince that time, had sold out on him shooting a three, and he used those couple that he had taken earlier in the game in his advantage. Gave him a little head fake. Went by him on the left side.
14-13. Here's Pettigo. Working. All the way shot. No good. Rebound Graham Hall. Cradles it. Gives it off to Spillman. Spillman working around Pettigo. Now hands it off to Hardy. Hardy finds Mason Bunch. He puts it in.
Got to finish around the rim. That was a good find by Cade. Nice assisted bucket there, and Mason kept it high and finished it. 2 back-to-back to get it to our first lead of the night, isn't it?
Yep, 15-14 now. Trojans. 3 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Blatcher with a basketball. Right side it goes to Pettigo. Pettigo goes down to the corner to Summers and back out to Prince. Coming off the curl screen. Here's Blatcher. Shot blocked by Hall. And taken by Bewley. Bewley jump pass over to Spillman. 3 if it goes. It's bouncing high off the top of the backboard, and Prince has it for Warren East. He's on the run. One-hand pass in the corner. Pettigo with a 3. It's no good. Bewley with a rebound for Barren County. As he stops and sends it off to Spillman. Spillman goes over to Hardy on the right side. Bounce pass off to Hall, halfway to the corner. Hall brings it up. He'll hand it off to Bunch. 4:20 to go in the first half. Bunch now sends it back over to Hardy, long range right. Now he drives down the lane, trying to throw it off in the corner. Got bumped there, went to the floor. Here's Spillman, has a 3 blocks on him. And then Parsley trying to fight it up, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds. And Barren County will get it. Bratcher went off his foot as him and Bewley were going for the loose ball. And Barren County will have the basketball at 4:04 to go in the first half.
Good little segment there by Cade. Got us 5 points and really tried to space the floor on offense. That was a great hustle play by Bray on the backside of that. That takes a layup and really turns it into a turnover for Warren East. Pick us up some ball.
Jackson Reese gets with the basketball to Spillman. And he gets bumped by Prince, and that's 2 on Caleb Prince. For the first time in the quarter against Warren East.
Warren East, I think, will lead it.
Yeah, he's going to stay. 3:58 to go in the first half.
Warren knows he's got 2, though, and let's see if we go some kind of hit play, some kind of backdoor play, something to ISO him to see if we can pick up his third with 4 minutes to go in the half.
Jackson Reese gets the ball in play to Spillman. Waves it with Jackson Reese. And now he'll bounce it off to Bewley. 3:50 to go. Low scoring game to 15-14. Trojans on top. Bewley gets with the basketball to Gavin Nunn, who's back in the game. Goes to Jackson Reese. Bewley and Spillman, the only 2 starters on the floor right now for the Trojans. Bewley goes to the left side, reverses back right, needs some help, fires it off to Spillman. 18-footer. Got it.
And either one he wanted, a drive or a wide open about 16-footer.
And it's 17-14. Trojans lead it with 3:20 to play here in the first half. Right side it goes to Carter, who's back in the game. There's a long 3, and it's no good for Clark. With a rebound, Kevin Nunn gives it off to Bewley. Bewley stops, gives to Spillman. Spillman brings it back out, goes in the corner. Jackson Reese, and he is going to be called for a traveling violation. To go here in the first half. So we've got Cash Moore, Tate Spillman, Gray Bewley, Gavin Nunn, and Cade Hardy on the floor right now for Coach Warren Cunningham.
Just 2 starters.
Off the screen. They give it. It's a hold and it's taken away. Turnover. Here comes Hardy. Bounce pass off to Bewley. Stops. Lets the defender go by and put it in.
Good job just turning around, leading the break. And Gray with a nice finish. Good little turnaround here by the boys to get us a 5-point edge. You feel a little bit that we're trying to gain control of the game. It's a long way from it since, we're just 1 of 8 from 3. That's normally, we've hit 3 or 4 threes at this point in the game. When the three's not working, that's a good sign when you're still got a 5-point lead and you're finding other ways to score it. And just to be honest with you, Gavin Nunn coming off the bench, got some big, strong boards there. We get some turnovers. What I like about this team, and I've talked to some people about it, is how whoever we throw in off the bench right here just goes in and plays. We don't have any superstars. We don't have people going in there getting D1 looks, but we got kids that are just wanting to come in here and play. And honestly, that's what's made Barren County basketball what it is over the course of our 50-year history.
Barren County's outscored Warren East 8-1 in this second period. Only 1 free throw for the Raiders. 4 field goals by 4 different Trojans in the second period of play. Trojanettes falling tonight to Warren East. You missed the girls' game. Warren East won that one 51-43. Warren East basketball as Prince brings it up. 2:40 to play in the first half. No scoring game, 19-14 Barren. Prince right side over to Pettigo. Comes off the screen. It's cut off by Moore. Bounces back out to another new player in the ball game. Kason Riggs, a 6'1 senior.
Playing a lot of kids.
Yeah, played at least 10, maybe 11. Prince has it back out front with 2:20 to play. They send it down to the right corner to Pettigo. Pettigo trying to go to the baseline. Goes to Prince. Back out for a 3-point attempt. That's no good. Bewley with a rebound. Bewley trying to set things up. Prince out guarding him. 2 minutes to play in the half. There's a lob to Spillman at the right elbow. And he turns, goes inside, splits the defenders, and puts it in.
Run that X-Pin again, what he had scored on earlier. He's not used to playing that big spot. That's actually a big that comes to the high point extended, but he's kind of just versatile enough to do it.
And Prince with the basketball. Sends it over the left side now to Pettigo. Back to Prince. Prince trying to penetrate in the lane. Follow-away shot, bounces in.
Tough shot. We had a hand in his face. Just made a tough shot falling down.
7 points for Prince, 21-16. There's a pass thrown away over the head of Nunn and out of bounds. Mason Bunch and William Hall return to the Trojan lineup for Cashmore and Kevin Nunn. 1:25 to go. And Summers returns for Warren East to replace Kason Riggs. 21-16 Trojans. Prince. Sent into the front court. Double screen out top, left and right. Prince sends it off now. Pettigo. Pettigo in the lane. Pass knocked away. Stolen. This Spillman back in the pass. It's going to be picked off. Turnover. As Parsley gets rid of the basketball up to Bratcher. And Bratcher's going to be called for a traveling violation.
We tried to fit it in a window, and that just kind of accelerated a back and forth, out of control pace. But 2 turnovers for Warren East, 1 for us, and we'll end up with the possession here on the dead ball situation. Get some subs, and hopefully we can run. I think we'll run some kind of pick and roll with Tate here at the point.
55 seconds to go before halftime. Spillman working out front, sends it over to Hardy. Gets a screen from Bunch. Dribbles left-handed now. Throws it down to Hall, left in the lane. Hall trying to backtrack in, and he's called for steps.
Yeah, caught it. Kind of tried to figure out what to do instead, as you hear Warren yelling, just make a quick move. Just catch it, dribble, a little half hook to the middle.
40 seconds to play in the first half. Prince with the basketball for Warren East. That double screen back out top again. Takes it off in the corner. That's a double dribble on Carter. The Barren County will get it back to 32.4.
Warren East has turned it over 3 times in a row, and you get no offense to show out of them. Well, they turned it over twice. We got nothing. This is the third one. Let's see if we can score something.
Bewley 25 seconds to play. Bunch on the left wing. Spillman sets a screen for him. Sends it back out front to Hardy. Now Hardy will leave it with Bewley. 15 seconds left in the half. Hall, right side, back out to Bewley. Gives to Spillman. 10 seconds. Now Spillman going to the right. Wants to drive with it. And sends it off in the corner to Bewley. 2 seconds. Dumps it off to Spillman. Baseline shot. It'll go. Follow up. It's no good. That ends the half. Barren County 21, Warren East 16. We'll come back with a halftime report after this break. You're following the Trojans on 104 The Score.
To set students up for success. But what this does is I think it is a game changer because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past 4 years being in biomed. I have got so many wonderful opportunities and has prepared me so much for my future.
I really feel like our rigorous curriculum really prepares them for med school, physical therapy school, pretty much any graduate medical degree. Our table is a great asset. It's really just a really good supplement to help their learning.
Barren County High School is very fortunate to offer multiple career pathways. The biomedical pathway is just one of those, but our focus is always to have students hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And you know, sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our Project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems, presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation here at Temple Hill this year.
With the Trojans lead the Raiders 21-16 here in Warren East. And this halftime report brought to you by Extreme Cheer. Barren County trailed Warren East 13-11 at the end of the first quarter, but outscored Warren East 10-3 in the second period of play. And for Warren East in the first half, they had 6 field goals. 2 of those were three-pointers. They were 2 of 3 from the foul line. And they were led and scored by Caleb Prince, 7 points. He had all 3 points of Warren East there in that second period. Nobody else scored. Tyler Pettigo with a 3. Lyndon Bratcher with a 4-point play to start the ball game. And that's his only point so far. Jordan Hogue scored 2. Dane Parsley did not score. Kason Riggs, Michael Clark, Isaiah Summers, and Cash Carter saw action but did not score in the first half. Barren County with 10 field goals in the first half. One of those a 3-point shot did not go to the free throw line the entire first half. Tate Spillman, 4 baskets for 8 points. Cade Hardy with a 3 and a 2 for 5. A couple of field goals from Clay Bewley for 4 points. Mason Bunch and William Hall with 2 points apiece. William Compton did not score. Cash Moore and Jackson Reese saw action but did not score. Of course, Raymond Clemens and Carter Browning both out tonight for the Trojans.
10 of 22 for 45%, as you mentioned. Not very successful from 3, just 1 of 8. They were 16 of 21 for 29%, 2 of 10 from 3. So they weren't real successful either, but they hit a couple early and made it look like they were going to have a good shooting night from behind the arc, but just there in the first half. Both teams turned it over several times. We turned it over 8. They turned it over 9. They out-rebounded 15 to 13. Neither team really piling up the offensive board. Look back and we were up 16 at the half in that first matchup. We were up 39-23. We're just up 5 here but we did a good job in that quarter, outscoring them 10-3. We outscored them 21-10 in the second quarter. When we played them at home, they're really separated, and it was over at halftime when we played them early in December. It is clearly not over right now, and they've done a good job keeping it a low-scoring game. Held us to almost half of the points this half as we had earlier in the first matchup. So I think we're playing hard, we're playing tough, but we're just not getting the deep ball to fall. And, you know, I think it makes a difference, Will coming off the bench or Will coming off as a starter. You know, if we got Waylon out tomorrow or Carter out tomorrow, I think he may come off the bench and refill that six-man role and Tate starts or something like that. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. That's tomorrow. So we'll see if he starts the second half and maybe comes off the bench and see if we can get him going. Really, nobody found the groove from three, which we desperately need as part of our team. But as I said, you know, you still got a 5-point lead without it, and you're playing tough, and everybody's really feeling a nice role for us tonight. And it does help they don't have their big kid to dump it down into. It would be a completely different game in a low-scoring situation if he was in it, I think.
Absolutely. Looking at some final scores, actually the final score from the 16th district. This was a regular season game tonight. Metcalfe County girls defeat Clinton County tonight, 47-30. And in the boys game, they're already, I'm not sure what this is. I think that's a typo, but they say Clinton County is up 47-35 over Metcalfe into the fourth. It's going to be the end of the second or third, I would say. Depending on what time that game started over in Albany. But a couple other scores. Glasgow lead Allen County Scottsville 18-12 at halftime. That's a low-scoring game. That's a boys game.
Sounds like a first quarter score.
Yeah, just kind of like here, you know.
Bowling Green up 48-17 over South Warren at the half in the 14th district. No surprise there, leading by 31 at half. And then the other one, Greenwood, Warren Central. Warren Central is up 11, 38-27 at the half over Greenwood. A lot of district games tonight. Obviously, everybody in the 14th and 15th playing district games.
And you mentioned Warren Central and Greenwood. Of course, they've got Kate Unseld back. They've got Elijah Starks, the transfer from Bowling Green, that's playing for Central this year. So they make a big difference and that's only their second game back this season. Score at halftime, Greene County 38, Hart County 32. And I believe that's all the scores we have on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. Reminding you to listen to 12:30 a.m. and 104.7 FM, WCDS Glasgow, online at 104thescore.com and on BC Live. We will come back. This has been our Extreme Cheer halftime report. Coming up, the Farmers RACC, Jackie Browning Memorial second half and a third quarter of action, sponsored by our friends at Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Return after this break on 104 in the Score. County 21, Warning 16 as we get set for the second half. Don't forget Barren County in action tomorrow afternoon at Bowling Green High School in the German American Bank Classic. They'll play Nashville Whites Creek at 3:45. We'll be out of there somewhere around 3:30 following the Glasgow, Ohio County game, which tips off at 2 tomorrow with the second game of the four. Barren County will start the second half. Graham Hall, Bray Bewley, Tate Spillman, Mason Koch, William Compton. Going east with Prince, Parsley, Summers, Ratcher, and Pettigo. Prince sends it left side, picked off almost there by Spillman. Goes into the run out of territory there in front of the Warren East bench. Comes out to Prince. Right side is Parson into the key. He gives it to Prince over the right side. Bratcher over to Pettigo. They go in the corner now to Prince. That's out to Summer. Summer drives in, has a smack into his hands by Bewley and out of bounds.
Says it went all 21.
Okay. Now you got a break there. I don't know. I didn't see it, but
they think we got one as well. Turnover East. Their 10th of the game now in the double pick.
Bray Bewley sets things up for Barren. Prince trying to stay with him. Compton out of the corner. High arching three.
Trying to get a flare screen for him, but didn't really go to the wing. It went more to the corner, which made the pass tougher. It took us a second to locate it, but he knew what he was doing, lined it up, knocked it down for his first of the game.
Lee Peoples makes three-point shot for William Compton. Spin move. Summers puts it in. There in the lane, and he gets his first 2 points. 24-18 the score. Spillman leaves it out front with Bewley. Started by Bratcher. Sends it off the left side to Spillman. Spillman drives it into the paint, throws it off to Hall. Back out to Bewley. Bewley fakes one way, goes the other, goes a lane jump. Pass over to Compton for three. It is no good. Ball slapped out to Pettigo. Raiders on the attack. Here's Prince driving, throwing it up off the window, no good. Ball slapped out, and Spillman's got it. Parsley batted it out there, gives to Bewley, long range right. Nice picked up his dribble, goes back out front to Spillman. In the corner to Bewley, going to fire it up for three. It's an air ball. And Prince with it on the run for Warren East off to Bratcher. Goes up for the shot. He missed it. Rebound Summers. Kicks it back out. Three by Pettigo is headed out. And Hall with a rebound for Barren. Gives it off to Bewley. Ahead up to Compton. Compton back to Bewley. Swings it left to Spillman. He's driving and throws it back out to Bunch for a three-point shot. No. And Parsley comes up with it for Warren East. He'll give it off to Pettigo. Getting on the right side, Bratcher, long distance three. It's off the mark. Cleared out by Compton. Gives to Hall, now to Spillman. Spillman in the front court. 5:39 to play in the third quarter. Barren County up 24-18. Spillman down the top, gives it off to Bewley. Compton sets the screen. Now he'll send it back over to Spillman on the left side. And he dumps it back to Hall underneath, and he puts it in. Nice spin move. Actually, with the screen there, the screen and roll. And Hall with his second basket of the night. Pushes the lead out to 8. 26-18. Prince, left side over to Bratcher. Bratcher back out to Prince. Prince around the top of the key. Goes to Summers on the left side. He wants to drive, try to get around Bunch. He cuts him off. Gives to Parsley. Parsley driving in the corner. Summers with the three ball. Got it. Summers only averages 3.5 points a game, and he's got 5, and they're all in this quarter. On the court by Warren East with 4:52 to play in the third. Barren County leads at 26-21.
Even though we gave up that three there, what I really like about us offensively that we did in the first half, and we got to continue it here in the second half, is when the three wasn't working, we didn't just continually try to shoot the three unsuccessfully. We became a team that had to go in the paint, had to find other ways to score, and Warren really did a good job dictating that from the bench by calling a lot of plays. We organized this in that last trip called hit, which is our pick and roll play that just turns itself over and over and over. It's kind of a pick and roll motion is what it is. And didn't get it on the right side, but was able to get it over on the left side. Tate made a nice delivery to Grant, and was able to score it. So 26-21, 5-point lead right where we started the half, right?
Yep. 4:52 to play in the third. Ball comes in to Hall. All the pressure from Parsley. He's in a trap now. Taking it, bouncing off the Bewley, but that's getting across. Jump pass off to Spillman. Saves it in bounds. And a turnover there by Barren. Prince gives it to Bratcher. 3 in the air. Got it.
But in, now cut it to 2.
He scored that 4-point play back in the first quarter. His second 3 of the night. 26-24. And Coach Warren Cunningham calls a 30-second timeout.
First timeout of the night. They called timeout off the first made 3 and went to a full court press. We turned it over, obviously. Led to another 3. They pick it up, couldn't get it in, so we have to call the timeout to avoid more catastrophe. Just got to run. It's just a man-to-man full court press. Got to run some kind of old school screen to get it in, get it to Tater Bray, and clear out and get it into half court set.
Barren County had an 8-point lead as Warren East has come back with 2 threes. Turn it to 2, 26-24, with 4:24 to go here in the third period.
They've got 4. We've got just 1. They continue to manful.
Mason Bunch gets the ball in play to Spillman. Spillman works up court. They come chasing him. Now trying to get out of the trap. He does. Now he's picked up his dribble. Floating pass in the corner. Knocked away by Parsley. He comes up with it. Gives to Pettigo. Pettigo, left side. Bratcher, a 3. Got it. 2 back-to-back threes from Brendan Bratcher. And Warren East has regained the lead 27-26. And we got a foul here on Pettigo. He can't believe it. His first, team's first in the third period. Nate Hardy will check into the Trojan lineup. So come in for William Compton.
All of a sudden, we just lost our lead, didn't we?
And an 8-point lead at that. Bewley with a basketball, picks up his dribble, goes to Spillman, dribbled it off his foot, but luckily there was Hardy to pick it up. He's going to drive it. Ooh, a collision. A blocking foul on Parsley.
They got it to the back. Both were fouls. Kate hops right up, and he's going to free throw line and knock it down to get us back the lead and shut down some bit of a run here.
So Dane Parsley, that's 2 on Warren East here in the third period. Kate Hardy's free throw is good. He made 8 of 11 free throws coming into that game, tonight's game. Knocks down that one, gives him 6 points, and now 7 as he connects on both. Barren County back up 28-27. 3:40 to play in the third. Prince gives it out to Bratcher. Sends it to Pettigo to the right side. Pettigo over to Summers and out to Prince. Swings it off to Bratcher, penetrating right of the lane, and we're seeing a foul on Hardy. This first, team's second. Or is that, no, it's just the first of the third. This one take it out underneath. Prince will send it in play. Comes out to Parsley, gives it to Bratcher. Now here's Prince with it, left side. The pivot there. Summers drives in, puts it up and into the right hand. Summers has scored all 7 of his points in the third quarter. Here's Spillman driving, gets a pump, hits the side of the backboard, goes down hard. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. The foul on Pettigo, his second. His third of the quarter. And Coach Spillman. 20 of 30 from the line on the season. Free throw is good. Gives him point number 9. Jackson Reese checks back into the Trojan lineup for Mason Bunch. And for Warren East is Michael Clark. Spillman back in the line for his second shot, and it is good. Puts him in double figures with 10. First Trojan to hit double digits, 30-29. Barren County, 3:06 to play in the third period. Ratcher with the basketball against Hardy. Sends it right side over Summers. Summers makes a move on Jackson Reese. Forces up the shot and backdoor to in. Looks like he may have got later to walk. He got 9 points. 31-31 East. Jackson Reese throws it out to Spillman. Fakes, drives in, puts it up with that head. Too strong, and the rebound comes off to Summers.
Got to make those. Get a gap and find a seam. You got to make it.
Prince inside. Clark. They have lost the handle, but it comes right back to Prince. Prince drives in. Shoulder good. Nope. Offensive foul. Prince will commit his third. Team's fourth of the quarter.
I wouldn't have agreed.
I couldn't really tell.
I wouldn't have agreed with the call because, well, it's actually a pretty good call. And
warning.
Kid gets on the floor. I mean, he's almost a sixth player out there. You give him a technical for being the sixth man on the floor. I don't know at what point in the game we start warning people now.
I thought you got automatic technical, but they don't do that anymore.
Well, we should have got one, but we'll take a 1-point deficit, 2:30 to go with the ball.
Ely handles it for the Trojans. Sends it off to Spillman. Here's to Bewley on the right side. Back out to Hardy. He's Spillman out of the corner. Lets it go. Got it.
Flying at him. Still made it.
18 for play, 3-point shot. 13 for Spillman now. 33-31. Trojans lead by 2 as we come down to the 2-minute mark in the third period. Ratcher gives it off to Carter. Carter inside. Flips up the shot. Came up short. Rebound. Jackson Reese. Reese pushes it down the floor. Bounce pass off in the right corner. They'll throw it back to the left. Bewley wide open. 3. No. Long rebound chased down by Clark. For Warren East, we're down to 1:42 to play in the third quarter. Side with it is Hogue. Hogue in the lane, follow-away shot, drops in. Is it at 33? Ball smacked out of the hands of Hardy, out of bounds by Carter, right into the Warren East student section. They will keep the basketball. More on the court for Barren. It was Bewley with it. Against Prince. Right side goes to Moore. Moore bounces it out to Spillman. Can't shoot the 3. Down to minute 17. We're tied at 33. Bewley whistle away from the basketball and a foul on somebody. Illegal screen. Decent punch. Didn't see that one either. This first team second. 1:10 to play here in the third period. Barren and Warren East deadlocked at 33. Prince with the basketball. Double screen left and right. Off the screen, Ratcher straight away with a 3. Bang.
Heat up for a bit.
Yep. That's 4 of them from Brendan Ratcher. 3 this quarter. 36-33 Warren East. Spillman trying to drive. Gets cut off. Gives it out to Hardy. Long 25-footer. Got it!
Flat. He didn't even touch anybody. But we'll take it back even. 30 seconds to play. Big shot for Kate.
33 seconds, tied at 36. Ratcher with it right side against Hardy. Takes one way, goes the other, goes to the basket. Basket will not count. They call it down to the floor. And they'll put the foul. That'd be his second.
That's okay, but that's actually a really good foul because you're not in a penalty and he's going to get a wide open layup because somebody rotated in help and they've got to take it out.
And Compton back in the court as Prince looks to inbound. Picked off, Spillman. Spillman takes it against 2 defenders, gets hammered and goes to the floor hard. He was up in midair. But hard. Not sure what.
They're not going to call it intentional, but it was a rough foul.
His first, team's 5th. Spillman's at the line for 2. first of two on the way. Good. 14 now for Tate Spillman. 37-36. Trojans lead it by one. 23.9 to play. Spillman's second shot also good. 4 for 4 here in the third period. 15 for the ball game. Graham Hall comes in for Tate Spillman.
He's going to get a 30-second break, and he'll play the whole fourth quarter, so it's a good little gap for him.
Puts it up for Warren East.
Defend here. Close to quarter on the high.
15 seconds to play. Barren up by 2. We come down to the end of the third quarter. Prince gets a screen, drives in, flips up a shot. No good.
Good time.
Still got time here. Here's Bewley off the punch. Fires up to 3. No good. And that will do it for the third quarter. After 3, it is Barren County 38, Warren East 36. We'll return to the fourth quarter after this timeout. We're following the Trojans on 104 to score.
We start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building the 3 little pigs houses and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things, they start that kind of problem solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate, they have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
Bring the Trojans 38, the Raiders 36. Barren County will have the basketball. Start the fourth quarter. Brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Tate Spillman handling the basketball against Prince. Bounce pass right side over to Bewley. Bewley goes back to the left side. Goes to Spillman for 3. It bounces off the rim. Ball knocked down. Compton saved it in bounds, but it comes right in the hands of Bratcher. Here's Prince in the corner. 3-point try. No good. Long rebound back out now. It comes to Hogue. Hogue in a lot of traffic. Puts up the shot and rolled it in, falling down. 38. Here's Spillman with Bewley with the basketball. Gives it to Spillman. Spillman looking. Back to a pass. Wide open punch. Puts it in.
Oh, cut. All that tension was... He just forgot backdoor Mason was even there.
40-38. Barren County with a 2-point lead, 7:13 to go in the basketball game. Here's a 3. It is good by Hogue, and he's fouled.
Second time they've knocked down a 3. They open the game with a 4-point play. They get an opportunity for a 4-point play here, 50 seconds into the fourth.
Warren East with a 1-point lead now, 41-40. Cade Hardy checking back into the Trojan lineup. 10 points tonight for Hardy. Coming off the bench. 2 threes and a 2 and a couple of free throws. Hogue at the line. Warner by Hogue was his only 6th out of 24 attempts. And he hits the free throw.
Expect a little bit of pressure here. They go back and actually drop out of it just into half-court man.
42-40. Warren East leads it. We played a minute of the fourth quarter. Spillman with the basketball. Gets cut off. We'll send it over to Hardy. Now to Bewley. Bewley on the dribble. Up, needs some help. Bounces off left elbow. Hall inside. Whistle. And a blocking foul. This will be charged to... Oh, I think it is. Number 11. Yes, it was first. It was first. Send it to Hall. Out to Spillman. Spillman. Now wants to penetrate. Gets cut off. Now Hardy. Jumper. 17-footer. Got it. Hardy with 12 points coming off the bench. He averages 4 a game, and we're tied at 42.
Nice play. Just a straight pull-up jumper.
So it is Clark. Clark driving. Goes up to the left hand. Missed the layup. Rebound Hall. Gives it over to Hardy. Moves in, slides in, goes in the corner. Compton a three. Yes!
Very unselfish play. McKay hit a deep one, and he even had a better look once he ball faked and the defender flew by, but knew that Will had been camped out all day in the left corner, and he was ready to let it fly, knocked it down for a three-point edge.
Here's Hogue with the basketball, penetrating the lane, jump stop, follow-away shot, good off the window. Hogue. Where'd that come from? Not sure. 8 points for Hogue in this quarter, 12 for the game, and only just 4.5. Inside, Hardy, and a whistle. What we got here?
Down on the drive.
That will be on Clark. His second of the quarter. And now a technical foul on Clark. He went right by referee Tommy Young and said something, and boy, he teed him up quick.
Yeah, that's saying the magic word there, and you can't disagree and tell the official about it right there in front of him.
Yeah, so Bray Bewley will be at the free throw line for the Trojans. Shot goes up, and it is bouncing high and off. First trip to the free throw line tonight. He was 18 of 21 from the line before that. Second shot on the way, good.
Well, it's on them, so we'll get the ball anyway.
Makes it 46-44, only a 2-point edge for the Trojans.
They're really trying to, with their pressure, extend us out, extend our offensive starts way out on the floor. We got to keep pushing and get it around the three-point line and start that offense.
Spillman, left side over to Bewley. Bewley hasn't put down the ribbon, now does. Has picked it up, goes back to the left side. Hardy fakes, drives, picks it off in the corner. Three by Spillman. No, it's an air ball. And Parsley with it for Warren East. 5:23 to play in the basketball game. Prince with the basketball. Makes a nice move inside and put it in. Yeah. Timeout by Warren East with a tied game at 46. That's Prince's only first 2 points in the second half. He's normally the leading scorer in this team, averaging 15.5 points a game.
Yes. And really, we were soft on the defense. Made a move by Bray, and nobody was there on the backside. Everybody just kind of 3 or 4 steps away. Nobody could get there to help. To tie the game, as you said, with 5:18 to go, and it's going to be a dogfight. There's no separation, no cushion like it was in that earlier matchup when we won by 22. Their only loss in the region is to us, and that was early in the year. So, you know, they're a 1-point favorite by the RPI. They're, you know, ranking wise held tough, and it's not been very many times where the 15th district has had more teams rated in the top 3 than the 14th district, but they really do right now. And I know Warren Central's coming on with those kids, but at the same time, we've got 2 really tough teams right here. Let's see if we can gain an edge going into the last 3 district games. I'd say clearly whoever wins this, we already have our 1-game lead, but whoever wins this is definitely carrying the favorite into the 1 seed in the district.
Comes into Bewley. Try to trap him. Comes over to Hardy in the corner. Spillman with the trigger. No good. Graham Hall and Parsley fighting for it. Hall back to Bewley. Bewley drives in left lane, spins around, gives it to Spillman. Spillman leans in for the shot, comes up short, batted against the board, and Summers has it for Warren East. Off to Prince. Had it smacked out of his hands by Bewley and out of bounds.
Graham didn't know how wide open he was. He got that rebound, and everybody kind of went out to the perimeter. All he had to do was turn to lay it in. A couple of times on that possession, Bray was the same way.
Ball comes out to Prince, 46-46. Brancher with the basketball. Back over to Prince on the right side. 4:45 to play. Here's Hogue trying to penetrate against Hardy. Jumps in, goes over the right side of Prince. Prince trying to make a move into the lane, goes up with a floater. No, came up short. Bewley with a rebound. Bewley with it for the Trojans into the front court quickly. Stops, fires it off to Hardy. 3 in the air. Bingo!
Rattled and stayed. I thought it was going to rattle out. Prince fell down on the floor. And you got to take advantage of their best player.
Somebody is
not in the defensive end.
Right. 49-46. 3 threes for Kate Hardy tonight. Off the screen, here's a 3 ball. It is headed out and rebound by Hall. Gives to Bewley with 4:05 left. A 49-46 Trojan lead.
Don't change anything. 3-point lead, under 4 to go. You just keep playing offense.
Hardy deep on the right wing once again. Can't get open for the shot. Dribbles across the top of the key. Right side it goes to Spillman. Spillman thought about the 3. Gives it back to Hardy. Straight away with a 3-pointer. No, it's off to the right. Rebound comes off to Prince. Prince moving into Hart to Bewley. Missed the shot. Battle for the rebound. Falls in the hands of Hardy. Here come the Trojans. Bounce pass off to Spillman. He put it in.
Was on it. Got it right into Tate's chest, and he put it off the window.
51-46. 3:20 to play. Prince hands it off. Out to Hogue. He drives in, and he falls in. Got tripped over somebody. I don't know. Foul on Hardy. Only 3. That's his second foul, or the second foul of the quarter against the Trojans. Hogue will go to the line. For 2 shots. And he has 12 points coming off the bench. His free throw is no good.
Somebody's got to make up the slack. Barber not being here tonight. So there's going to be some points available. He's definitely been, and the kid that started in his place, Summers, have definitely picked up some of that slack.
Hogue back in the line for one more as Mason Bunch has returned to the Trojan lineup. Second shot is no good. Flashing the board, Mason Bunch. Up the Hall on the left side. He holds up now, hands it off to Bunch, and now to Spillman. So it comes down to 3 minutes to play. Barren County up 51-46. Bewley, right side, Hardy. Bounce pass down low, Hall. Spin move, puts it up and in.
Got Parsley to commit to the middle and then spun back baseline to his right strong hand.
53-46. Parsley collided with Hall. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Hall, but that's definitely a traveling violation on Parsley. Third team foul. Parsley, 19 of 35 at the stripe on the season. First was good. That's his only point of the ball game. 53-47, Barren County. With 2:47 to play. Parsley back in the line. One more shot. It's in the air, and it is no good. And the rebound comes off to Hall. Gives it off to Hardy. So he works against Pettigo. Gets it across the line and stops and looks and gives it off to Bewley. Bewley back over to Hardy. He'll give it back out to Bewley. Pettigo guarding him. Gets bumped. It'll be 3 on Pettigo. Fourth team foul. The Raiders in the fourth quarter with 2:31 to play. Bewley gets it off to Hall. Hands it back to Bewley. He's guarded close in by Prince. Reverses back to the right side. Stops, looks. Gives it off to Spillman. Spillman being chased out there by Prince. Hands it back off to Bewley. Now Bewley will give it to Hardy. Hardy. Double team. We got a whistle and a foul. On Bratcher for pushing. His first, team's 5th. So Barren County will shoot free throws here. Play. Spillman with 17 points tonight. First of 2, good. 54-47. More for Tate Spillman on the way. Got them both.
I'm out here for Warren. Tell the truth, we had 4 of them, so now we got 3 left.
And that's the largest lead in the basketball game for the Trojans at 55-47 with 2:11 remaining.
Taking a low-scoring game at the half. It was 21-16 and actually put several points on the board for the game. We had 17 in the third period, and we're approaching the same mark for the fourth. So.
Score update on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Glasgow 24, Allen County Scottsville 19 after 3 periods. Patriots shooting 16% from the field. Clinton County beats Metcalfe County tonight 67-49. And let's see, I think we just got another update. Glasgow 34, Allen County Scottsville 28 now. I don't know if that may be a final.
Here is a final. Central beats Greenwood by, 81-82-61.
Well, you know they're back in it now for sure.
They are. Bowling Green just easily beats Southbourne 82-38. So, two very down here on the scoreboard.
Yep. Warren East basketball, 2:11 to play. Barren County 55, Warren East 47, and the ball comes into Prince.
Finish this one out here. 2 minutes to go.
Prince sends it off down to Summers, and he banks it in.
Yeah, didn't let that one through.
Summers has 11 coming off the bench. And Dooley in the backcourt in a trap. Throws a pass up to Spillman. He gives it to Bunch. Bunch stops, looks, needs help, and now has to do something with it. Throws it out to Bewley. Ball gets batted away, but Bewley got it back, though, with a minute 21.
Good hustle, my good, just to go get it.
Hardy, and a foul here out front on Predigo. That's going to be his fourth. Going to send Cade Hardy to the free throw line.
I don't know if they were trying to foul there or not, to be honest with you, but they did.
Hardy with 15 points coming off the bench tonight for Coach Warren Cunningham. Free throw good. Number 16 on the night for the sophomore. Hardy for one more. And it's on the way. Got it. 57-49 matches the largest lead for the Trojans with a minute and a half to play. Trying to make a move. Throws it off the window. It's no good. Rebound. As Bewley comes out of it with it. Brings it up court. Angles off left. Curls around. Now needs some help. Bounces it off to Spillman. Spillman throws it across. Oh, it's picked off by Parsley. Parsley driving, cuts back to the right. He carried it, no call. Bratcher a three. It's in and out. Parsley the rebound. Back up, no good, but a foul. Tate Spillman's first personal. 4 on the Trojans here in the fourth quarter. Parsley at the line. They won a 2 just a little bit ago. And this shot is good. We'll have one more. 57-50. Barren County 102 remaining. Number 12, Chris Taylor. Second shot for Parsley is also good. All his points coming from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. 3 out of 4. Full-court pressure by East. Hardy having trouble getting the ball into play. He came into Spillman. He's going to be fouled by Carter. We'll walk to the other end of the floor where Tate Spillman will shoot a couple of free throws with 1:01 to go. For 2 shots. 19 points for Tate Spillman tonight. Averaging 16 a game. First of 2 on the way, spins out. Summers and Pettigo return to the Warren East lineup. One more for Tate Spillman. On the way, he got that one. 58-51 Trojans, 1 minute to play. Prince on the move, driving, losing the handle, got it back though. Missed a shot underneath the left hand. Summers puts it back up, no. Ball batted out. Spillman's got it for the Trojans. Trying to get out of trouble. And there's going to be a foul on Prince. It's going to be his 4th. So Tate Spillman goes right back to the free throw line.
possession game, but it's not going to hurt to add a couple more to this here.
Tillman puts it up and in. Of 9 from the foul line for Tate Spillman. Shot in the air, and it hangs and comes off. Rebound to Summers. Here comes Prince racing down the floor. Gives it off to Bratchu. High arching three. Falls way short. Pettigo grabs it out of there. Puts it back up. No good. And coming down with his Hall. Rigging it off the bunch. Now punches in the trap. Gives it back to Hall. And now Wheeler here on the near side. Gets through traffic. Jump pass underneath. Spillman puts it up. It's blocked by Summers. Taken by Prince. Prince drives, collides with Bewley, and there's going to be a blocking foul. I'm not sure.
He didn't know whether it counted or
No,
not.
he didn't know at all. He absolutely did not.
Chance to cut it to, I mean, still
cuts it to 6. It's 59-53.
Still a two-possession game, make or miss here.
And here's Prince's free throw short. And going to have a tied-up ball. Prince and Bewley.
Go get it back.
17.6. Summers and Pettigo return to the Warnies lineup. It's the lob into Summers. One dribble, turns, follow-away shot. No, pops out, rebound, Pettigo. He'll throw it back up. It spins up. Follow-up to it for Parsley. And a timeout with 9.6. It's a 4-point game, 59-55.
You've got 3 in the arrow. But we let him back in it. Not securing a rebound for 2. And
Glasgow ends up winning over Allen County Scottsville 42-33. There goes the 15 matchup.
Teams average almost 10 points a quarter. That's a low-scoring boys game.
Yeah. Barren County's basketball, 9.6, two-possession game. Trojans 59, Raiders 55. Warnies the full-court press. They got 6 players on the floor.
Technical foul. We'll throw it in back.
Bunch, Brooks, gets it into Hall. Hall in a trap. It's going to be fouled with 6.9. Graham Hall on the season, 15 of 21. First one is up there, and it comes off.
They have had 2 4-point plays tonight. You'd like to at least make one.
One more from Graham Hall. He puts it up. It's good. Makes it a 3-possession game, or 2-possession game. 5 seconds. Here's Prince for a 3-point shot that's off the mark. Summers follows no good. And that'll do it. So 5 over Warnies to stay undefeated in district play at 3-0. Go to 9-3 overall. Warnies drops to 9-5 on the season and 1-2 in district play. We'll come back with a post-game report brought to you by CPC Commodities after this timeout. As you're following the Trojans on 104 The Score. Trojans stay undefeated in district play at 3-0, 9-3 overall. Barren County and Warren East with a 1-2 district mark now, and 9-5 overall this season. So welcome to the CPC Commodities post-game report. CPC Commodities, prove it at our farm, made for yours. Barren County trailed at the end of the first quarter 13-11, and went ahead 21-16 at halftime after taking a 10-3 edge in that second period of play. Warren East comes back in the third quarter, outscored the Trojans 20-17, and then in the fourth quarter, Barren County scores 22 to Warren East 19 points to win the ball game 60-55. Warren East had 21 field goals, 7 of those were three-pointers. They had 5 of their 7 threes in the second half. They had 4 players in double figures. Lyndon Bratcher leading away with 13, 4 threes and a free throw. 12 points for Jordan Hogue coming off the bench. He had 4 baskets. One of those a 3-point shot. Actually had 5 field goals, 1 of 3. He was 1 of 3 from the foul line for 12 points tonight, right behind Bratcher. 11 each for Caleb Prince and Isaiah Summers. Prince with 5 baskets, 1 of 3 from the foul line. Isaiah Summers scored all 11 of his points in the second half on 5 baskets, and one of those a 3-point shot. 5 from Dane Parsley. All in the fourth quarter had a basket and 3 of 4 from the foul line, and a 3-point shot from Kyler Pettico. And that was all the scoring for Warren East tonight. Trojans had 10 field goals in the first half, 1-3. Did not go to the line in the first half, and in the second half still tallying that up. 10 field goals in the second half, I believe it is. 24 goals for the ball game. And 6 3-pointers, which is below the Trojans' average per ball game of 10. And looking at the scoring here, Case Pullman with 21 tonight. 13 in the second half, and 6 baskets. He was 8 of 10 from the charity stripe. Cade Hardy coming off the bench, 17 career high points for Hardy tonight. 4 baskets, 5 baskets, 3 of those were 3-pointers, and he was 4 of 4 from the foul line. 7 points for Graham Hall, 3 baskets, 1 of 2 from the foul line, 2 threes for William Compton tonight for 6. Ray Wheeler scores 5 and a couple of field goals and 1 of 2 from the foul line. 4 points for Mason Bunch and a couple of field goals. So the Trojans win it 60-55 over Warren East here tonight. And you got the stats tallied up there, Robert?
20 of 43 for 47%, to 6 of 21 from 3 for 29. But like I said, when you're not shooting great from deep, you got to find other ways to win, and we did. Got to the line there in the second half, made some free throws. They were 21 of 56 for 38. They hit 7 of 21 for 33% from 3. We turned it over 12. They turned it over 11. They out-rebounded us 33 to 26. Had 11 offensive boards, and we just had 2. But at the end of the night, we got the job done.
As Coach Warren Cunningham puts the headsets on, Coach's comments brought to you by McDonald's. Coach, congratulations. Always a tough place to play here in Warren East, but you come out with a victory tonight.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I thought it was just kind of one of those grinded out, and our guys seemed like they were a little disappointed. We had to remind them it was a good road district win, and sometimes this is, Coach Gardner said it perfect at halftime, this was a very much a district tournament atmosphere, a district tournament game, and sometimes those aren't very pretty, and you just got to find a way, and I thought we did that. It's not always pretty, it's not always clean, but you got to find a way to win those 2, and I thought we did that.
You had some guys come through for you tonight, especially Cade Hardy, 17 career high points, knocked down 5 baskets, 3 threes, 4 at the line.
Yeah, I thought he was tremendous, and really part of the difference in the game. And then in the second half, we actually called timeout just to give him and the rest of them a breather there, just because they didn't want to sub. And he helped us handle the ball. He made good decisions and he made shots. And we needed all those tonight. But I thought he was really good. He's very capable of that. And we needed every bit of it tonight.
I know you played without Waylon Clemens and Carter Browning tonight.
Yeah, we did, and we miss those guys. And what they bring, and it was just another opportunity for some other guys. I thought Gavin Nunn gave us good minutes there in the first half. Spelling Graham and Cash and Jackson and Cade, all those guys off the bench, I thought were good. They were quality minutes. They went in and helped our team, and that's that's what you got to do, whether it's a minute or 10 or 20, whatever it is. It takes all of us, and we need every guy.
You know, you got to turn right around and get ready for another game tomorrow down at Bowling Green High against a team out of Nashville at Lights Creek. What do you know about them?
Well, I know that they, the most recent record that I saw was 11-4, and I watched just a couple seconds of film when I got it, and that's really all that I know. I know that they looked like they were pretty good, and we'll go back tonight, watch some film, and our guys will be ready and be prepared tomorrow afternoon. But other than that, I don't know much about them. I thought they looked pretty good, and they beat some teams pretty handily. So we will have to get some rest tonight and enjoy this, and then come back tomorrow and be ready to go again. That's how the season goes. A lot of times, you know, we play often back to back, and you know, guys played a lot of minutes tonight. Some of them may play a lot of minutes tomorrow. Just got to get some rest and come back and be ready to go.
Yeah, main thing is you're 3-0 in the district, so we have 3 more district games to go. Glasgow beat Allen tonight 42-33. No scoring game there. But you're staying on top of the district standings. Hope to stay that way for another 3 district games.
Yeah, I mean, it's you want to win them just because they're always the next game, and obviously with the seeding purposes, you want, doesn't guarantee anything, doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, because you still have to show up and play. But as long as they seed, you want the highest seed that you can get, and it's just got to take care of it one step at a time here. And you know, just we'll see what we can do each. You know, the next 3 Fridays, we got 3 more of them, so we're good so far, and just got to keep getting better. And you know, I think that's important with our team right now, and not being content or settled. Just got to keep getting better.
Yeah, Coach, congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
Thanks, sir.
Coach Warren Cunningham, the Trojans went in here at Barren East tonight, 60-55. We'll come back, continue more of their post-game report, brought to you by CPC Commodities, right here on 104 The Score.